He earned all-state honors a year ago, but the Birds kept him in check all night with 10 carries for 38 yards and a 2-yard touchdown with a long carry of 18 in his first game of varsity ball last year as a sophomore. Now, on the season last year, he had 75 carries for 642 yards and 9 touchdowns. He also had probably, he had 12 receptions for 107 yards and 1 touchdown. He's also the point guard on the basketball team, and in the backfield, you'll see junior Ryder Engel, 5'11", 185 pounds, who had a couple of carries against Stuttgart a year ago, and sophomore Josh Sherman, 5'10", 165 pounds, who was the leading rusher on the junior high team last year. At receiver, watch for junior Trey Jackson. He's only 5'8", 155 pounds, but super quick. Against Stuttgart last year as a sophomore, he had 3 catches for 76 yards and also had an 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in the third quarter to pull the Rabbits within a touchdown of the Birds. Now, he injured his hamstring, wasn't 100% the rest of the season, but returned to form in the offseason. Big junior tight end Jonathan Hickson, 6'2", 195 pounds. He caught a 51-yard touchdown pass last season against the Birds for the Rabbits' first score in the first quarter. He also earned all-state honors last season at his linebacker position, recording 100 tackles on the year. Now, all 3 linebackers from a year ago returned. Junior Ryder Engel had 83 tackles, earning him all-conference honors. And up front, big Ryan Lewis, 6'3", 355-pound junior. He's hard to move and is stout with a 325-pound bench press. You know, Coach Price said in the pregame, and talked to him a couple of times during the week, Rice Birds probably won't face a better trio of linebackers than they'll face tonight.
Yeah. You know, he's right. And, you know, the Rice Birds need to, you know, get that running game going because they struggled with it last year. But with these linebackers, it may be tough. But luckily, the Rice Birds may have the ability to go over the top.
Absolutely.
Of those linebackers here and get something deep.
Absolutely. And, of course, they're key players for the Rabbits. You're going to see them on both sides of the ball.
Right.
And, again, maybe getting into that second half.
Yeah.
But he said those 3 guys. Now, he said there's probably some better individual linebackers around the state. Yeah. But he said to find 3 that good on a team, he said, Birds will probably see them tonight.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you know, and that's one area where the Rice Birds struggled just a little bit. I think, you know, was that linebacker last year. But, you know, I think they're going to be much improved this year.
You know, it's easy to see how the Rabbits are picked to finish second in their conference with all that talent returning that they have, because just about everybody I mentioned is a junior. Now, last year, hard to believe, they were sophomores, but they were coming off of an undefeated junior high season the year before, a game that you and I got to see the tail end of the year.
Yeah, that's right. The battle of the undefeated there, and Lonoke came away with the win.
They sure did. We're ready for pregame activities here at Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. So Brent and I are going to step away while we have the national anthem, and we'll also have the alma mater and Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll have the invocation coming up here. So we're going to step away for about 6 minutes, and we will be back with more information. We're going to talk a little bit about the 8-4A conference coming up, what those teams are doing here tonight. We're back in 6 minutes.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Hickman at 601-670-9383.
Looking for your dream home? Let Brothers Realty make it a reality. From charming starter homes to spacious family houses, Sandra Brothers and her experienced team are here to guide you every step of the way. Thinking of selling? They'll help you get top dollar for your property. Visit their new location at 2006 South Main Street in Stuttgart. Browse listings online at brothers-realty.com or call 870-659-4218 today. Brothers Realty, your trusted partner in Southeast Arkansas real estate.
College dreams come true at the University of Central Arkansas, especially now with the UCA commitment. This new program provides a debt-free pathway for tuition and fees for Arkansas students whose families earn $100,000 or less a year. And that impacts everything. It's fewer barriers and endless opportunities. Welcome to Bear Country. Learn more about the UCA commitment at uca.edu.
Are you tired of unreliable internet service? Do you constantly run over your data plan? Are you having trouble getting internet service where you live? With TechStream high-speed internet, you'll get consistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TechStream high-speed internet is perfect for homes, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. You'll be able to stream, game, and surf with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Lonoke, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TechStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Call toll-free 866-268-0101 or visit TechStream.net.
It's game day season, and Coker Hampton has everything you need to celebrate in style. Pick up dips, kitchen towels, tailgate snacks, and recovery must-haves like hydration support and travel meds. Visit us at 218 South Main Street in downtown Stuttgart. Call, text, or FaceTime the gift shop at 870-659-0777. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for weekly favorites.
Life's complicated. Your checking account shouldn't be. At Simmons Bank, we keep banking simple, with you in mind. Get paid early. Avoid fees. Bank from anywhere. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Choose your account and open online in minutes. Visit SimmonsBank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. All accounts subject to approval. Restrictions apply.
Red River Ford Toyota is the fastest growing Toyota dealership in Arkansas. They also have those great Ford trucks and SUVs. Visit Red River at 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn. Call them at 870-238-7770 or visit them online at redriverfordtoyota.com. You can even do everything online and they'll deliver your vehicle to you. And with many makes and models on their pre-owned lot, you're sure to find the vehicle that fits your needs. Red River Ford Toyota, 1903 North Falls Boulevard in Wynn, Arkansas.
The love of football defines fall weekends, and in many homes, our families. But it's a demanding sport that can cause injury. That's why UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is on sidelines and in locker rooms for high schools and colleges across the state, ready to care for athletes with clinics in Central and Northwest Arkansas. UAMS Health, official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics and future Razorbacks all over Arkansas. Learn more at uams.health/team.
Tohatsu Outboard offers 4-stroke motors from 2.5 to 250 horsepower, and all with a 5-year warranty. Built with their one-of-a-kind direct injection technology, Tohatsu has revolutionized environmental performance, uncompromising in their pursuit of durable and lightweight outboard motors. And with interest rates as low as 4.99% financing, now is the time to get a new Tohatsu motor from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Call Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart or click on maxbw.com. Great service and competitive prices. Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
Quarterback, guard, running back. Every position has a role in building success. If you want a position where you can build success in your own career, Lexicon is hiring welders, maintenance technicians, millwrights, project managers, and more. Learn while you earn with free on-the-job training through Lexicon University. Competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, an on-site health clinic, annual bonus program, and more. Check out lexicon-inc.com/football and join us as we build America one project at a time.
Whether you've got 100 acres to mow or just some brush out back, show Brush who's boss. Wood's line of rotary cutters match a variety of tractors and applications, so you can start clearing tall grass or tough brush right away. With high lift blades and deeper decks for a better overall cut quality, you won't find any other rotary cutters that keep your land in line like Wood's. Stop in to Prairie Implement Company in Stuttgart to find the right Wood's rotary cutter for your next job.
No matter where you are from, a big city, a small town, or somewhere in between, you'll find your place at the University of Arkansas. With a vibrant campus community, including the full Razorback and SEC experience, an unbeatable mix of academic excellence and outdoor fun, the U of A is the place to be. Learn from our world-class faculty, benefit from our record scholarship funding for Arkansans, and access resources to launch your future career. The University of Arkansas, your path starts here.
And we welcome you back to the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show, coming to you tonight from the center of the new Ricebird Athletic Complex, Ned Mosley Stadium. beautiful baseball facility and softball facility out to our right. Beautiful Ricebird Arena out to the left, and, of course, that field turf field right in front of us with that big maroon and white S with Ricebird spelled out in the very center of the field, surrounded by a maroon track. Oh, it is absolutely beautiful, perfect setting for high school football as we kick off the 2025 season. I'm Lynn Keller, sitting alongside Brent Whitman, and we're glad to have you joining us on both the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebird's YouTube page and on Country 97.3 FM. And, of course, you can also get us on the app, on the web. Lots of ways you can listen to Ricebird football tonight, and we hope you'll tune in. Got a good crowd on hand here, more filing in as well. The new parking lot out to our right as well is filling up. And coming through the new entrance that's got concession stand and the bird cage for merchandise and all on the south end here. It is just really a beautiful facility, and, again, a beautiful night. Brent, the Ricebirds play in the 8-4A conference, and they're preseason picked to finish 4th in that conference. Birds, I think, would like to have a little something to say about that. But let's take a look at the 8-4A conference, starting with the Warren Lumberjacks. Brent, they were 8-2 a year ago, but they were perfect in the conference. Overall, they were 10-3. And, again, sounds like they got a good football team.
Yeah, they do. You know, I know they're going to be a very good team again this year, but I think they're going to take a slight step back from what we've seen. You know, they lost their 3 top receivers. Now, I know they like to reload down there. I mean, but when you lose, you know, your 3 top receivers, that's got to hurt. Now, they do have their quarterback coming back. He was hurt in the first game last year. Mm-hmm. He's a junior, much like Kane Price, and he's pretty good. But I still think Warren might be a notch below of what they have been.
Well, and I think the Ricebirds are catching them, too, at home, and that's where they've had some luck against Warren has been right here at Mosley Stadium.
You're right.
So we'll catch them a little bit later in the season. Hamburg, another big surprise last year as they came on strong, beat the Ricebirds last game of the season, finished the season 7-3 overall. Made that long trip to Gravett. Had to be the longest trip in the state of Arkansas.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
from Hamburg to Gravett, they go up there and they absolutely hand Gravett their heads.
Yeah, they did too much speed there for Hamburg, and they got that very good running back, and he had a big game for them, and he is back this year.
And Monticello, another team. Ricebirds really caught them here in Stuttgart last year. They finished 7-3 overall, too, 5-2 in conference. Their only 2 losses were to Stuttgart and Warren, but they've got a lot of their talent back as well.
Yes, they do. You know, Ricebirds handled them pretty well last year, but again, we have to go on the road to Monticello, and that's going to be a key game in determining, I think, first all the way down to 4th place.
I think you're right about that. And then the Ricebirds slide in there. They were 5-5 overall, 3-4. Brent, you got to go back to that first conference game of the year last year. That made the difference in the Ricebirds season.
Yeah, absolutely. If that's on a dry field there, I think that's a mercy rule game maybe.
Oh, I agree with that totally. Then you got the DeWitt Dragons. Going to be down just a little bit, but, boy, let me tell you, they have got that Hoss running back as well.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they had a Ricebirds number last year. Now, of course, that was on the road, so them coming up here makes a difference. But yeah, as you mentioned, they do have that great running back, but a new coach and a whole new scheme as well. So we'll see what they do.
Then here, Helena's going to slot right under there. Helena, I think, surprised themselves as they started off undefeated.
So.
Got that win against Stuttgart, and I think it was a great confidence builder for them as much as anything.
Yeah.
And then Star City, kind of down last year, and kind of expected to be down again this year. And then Crossett, they were 0-10. Overall a year ago, and of course the Ricebirds have to make that long trip down to Crossett, and you got to think Crossett is thinking about a better season this year than last.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Brent, while you gather up the captains for tonight's game. Take a look at the games being played around the 8-4A conference tonight. In addition to Lonoke here at Stuttgart, Greenbrier is at Warren. Fordyce is at Monticello. That's always kind of a shootout there. The DeWitt Dragons making the trip up to North Little Rock to play CAC. That's where the Ricebirds will be next Friday night. Watson Chapel will be at Helena. And this is a game a year ago where Helena beat Watson Chapel, one of the big surprises around the state. Star City will be at Dumas tonight, Crossett at Prescott, and then Hamburg is taking their bye week tonight here in week 0, and they're off. They'll every one of these teams in the 8-4A conference will have a bye week, and the Ricebirds are going to take that after they've concluded their non-conference play. Brent, have you had a chance to get our captains for tonight's game?
Yes, I have. For the Lonoke Jackrabbits, number 2, Jaden Mays, number 6, Samuel Laura, number 5, Ryder Engel, and number 7, Jonathan Hickson. For the Ricebirds, number 2, Jeremiah Jackson, number 74, Dagan Duncan, number 3, Kane Price, and number 1, Damari McKinney.
And the Ricebird fans are making their way out onto the field, forming a funnel for the Ricebirds to come out of. They're going to come out of the big inflatable with the steam coming out. There's that siren indicating that we're moments away from the Ricebirds making their appearance here at Ned Mosley Stadium. They're going to come through a big paper run-through, give the Jackrabbits the boot. Here come the Ricebirds following the cheerleaders with the big SHS flags down through the middle of the Ricebird fans that have made their way out. Here are the fireworks going off as well. And we are just moments away from Ricebird football kicking off the 2025 season. Glad to have you joining us here on Country 97.3 FM and also on the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebird YouTube channel.
Yeah, we are ready to go here, and it's always good for me to hear that Ricebird band play that horse song.
Oh, absolutely.
When the Birds come out there at Mosley Stadium, that means that we are moments away from kickoff.
That's the fight song for the Ricebirds, no question about that. Ricebirds in their beautiful maroon with white trim. The Lonoke Jackrabbits white with purple helmets, purple numbers. It's time for the battle cry. The field is green. The stripes are white. We're ready for some Ricebird football on this Friday night.
The Ricebirds will receive taking the ball in the north end, going from the north to the south. They have QT Johnson back deep. We are glad to have him back.
You bet. Jamarion Horde on the far side, back deep as well. QT standing inside the Ricebird 10-yard line. Brent, I'll be surprised if they kick it to him, but we'll see.
I would be too.
Samuel Lara has got it teed up for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Soccer-style kicker. Waiting for the official signal. There's the whistle. Moves up on it, puts his foot into the ball, and we are underway. It's going to be taken by Jamarion Horde at about the 20-yard line, back across the 25, 30, across the 30, out to about the 34-yard line, and that's where the Ricebirds will have it first down and 10 on their first possession of the night.
Yeah, not much of a wind tonight, just a slight breeze out of the northeast, so it shouldn't be much of a factor at all.
Ricebirds will be moving from the left to the right on your radio dial. That is from the north to the south here at Mosley Stadium. Again, the Ricebirds dressed in their beautiful maroon uniforms, maroon helmets. They've got a white stripe down the center of the helmet, their jersey number on the right side of the helmet, Flagbird logo on the left. The Jackrabbits in all white with purple helmets and purple numbers. Sends a man in motion. Going to flip it to him on a little toss pitch across the 35, maybe to the 36-yard line. On the carry for the Ricebirds, Jeremiah Thomas, number 11.
Yeah, just a little shovel pass there to Thomas. He's going to try to make it around the left end. It's going to be a gain of about 3 on first down.
Second down, 7. Line of scrimmage is the Stuttgart 37-yard line. Ball's on the far hash mark. Still in the sun there a little bit here at the stadium. Once again, fake this time to Thomas. Now going to air it out long. Got a little contact down deep. And number 2 on number 2. Ricebird intended receiver Jeremiah Jackson, number 2, defended by Jaden Mays, number 2, for Lonoke. And he was with step for step. Incomplete. Brings up now third down and 7 for the Ricebirds. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, third down and 7, and the Birds have gone with an empty backfield on the first 2 plays here.
Kane Price, the quarterback, the junior, has a slot on the right, 3 wide outs to the right. Ball's on the far hash mark. Since Thomas in motion, fakes to him, rolls to his right, looking, now cuts back to his left, getting some pressure, getting some great blocks, airs it out long, got a man, and it is incomplete. Got his hands on it, but you got to say a great play defensively over there by the Jackrabbits. I believe that was number 8, Caden Stivers, knocked the ball away, and the Ricebirds quickly looking now at 4th and 7 from their own 37.
Well, Price was rolling out to the near side here, Lynn, looking for Johnson in the flat, but Johnson slipped down when he made his cut, so Kane had to roll back the other way, and look for Caden Sims, just couldn't come down with it.
Hayden Price now back to punt for the Ricebirds. He'll be standing inside the Stuttgart 25-yard line again. Ball's on the far hash mark. Birds will be kicking from the left to the right, north to the south. And there's a penalty marker as the ball is snapped. Going to be a procedure penalty against the Ricebirds. That'll back them up 5. It's going to bring up now 4th down and 12. Move the ball back to the 32-yard line.
The Birds were having a little problem getting lined up properly there, and that's what caused that penalty.
Lonoke has 2 men back. One of them, number 4, Demarion Eason. We talked about him in the pregame. I believe the other one is Caden Stivers. I'm sorry. That is Darius Jeffrey, number 0. Hayden puts his foot into a little sidewinder. Boy, it takes a nice Ricebird roll. It's going to roll inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line, and that's where the Ricebirds will down it. Jeremiah Thomas down there for the Birds. And a very effective punt by Hayden Prine. It's going to pin the Lonoke Jackrabbits inside their own 25 for their first possession of the night.
Yeah, he kept it away from those two dangerous return men there and got a very nice friendly roll just inside the 25. So the Birds go 3 and out here. Let's see what this new look Ricebird defense can do against the Jackrabbits.
Just underway, 10:51 to go, opening quarter. Of course, no score. Here come the Rabbits from the sideline to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation or pistol formation, back behind the quarterback. He fakes to that back, fires out in the flats. Looks like that is Hickson complete. And big number 7 rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling across the 30 out to about the 33-yard line. It's going to be a yard short of a first down on the first down on the first down play. 2nd down 1 coming up for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. They break the huddle. Sunshine creeping around the press box here. Again, pistol formation, back behind the quarterback. This time hands to him. He covers it up both hands, powers his way across the 35. And there's your first down of the season at Ned Mosley Stadium in regulation play, and it goes to the Lonoke Jackrabbits. They'll have it 1st down and 10 at the Stuttgart 38-yard line.
Ryder Engel on that carry for 2 yards, right up the middle. And a 1st down for Lonoke. 10 minutes and the clock rolling here in the first quarter.
Beautiful evening here for high school football for a late August date especially. Empty backfield now with 3 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right. Ball's on the far hash mark. Quarterback back to pass, fires, got a man complete at the 37. Breaks a tackle, sidesteps another one. He's off to the races across midfield, across the 40. Ricebirds are finally going to get Demarion Eason out of bounds, but not until he gets to the Ricebird 35-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Jackrabbits, their second 1st down on their opening drive.
They're going to be about 30 yards on that play. Just a quick pass out in the flat, and Eason picked up some blocks and used his speed to get down to the 35.
From the near hash mark, here come the Rabbits. Quarterback Dylan Dean is number 1. Sends Demarion Eason in motion. Now he's going to take and hand to him, and he's got some running room. He's going to get down to the 30, and now the pile is going to push inside the Ricebird 30 to the 28-yard line. Nice game on a 1st down. And it is going to bring up now 2nd down and 3. Line of scrimmage is the Stuttgart 28-yard line. 9:12 to go here, opening quarter. Ricebirds went 3 and out on their first possession. This is Lonoke's first possession, and they've marched the ball down from their own 24-yard line down to the Ricebird 28-yard line. Now there's a whistle. I think we've got an equipment problem on big number 61 out there.
Yep.
Ryan Lewis, we talked about him in the pregame. 6'3", 340 pounds.
Yeah,
he is punishing those pants.
Yes, he is. He is a load out there.
He is punishing those pants. He is hard young man to move around out there, too. He's certainly an asset for the Lonoke Jackrabbits on their line. Official says, let's get it going. Slot on the left, 2 wideouts to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Looked like they took off a little early. Dean takes, fires, got a man out of the backfield, and hammered. Number 7 was the intended receiver, Jonathan Hickson. He had it, but I'm telling you what, he had a Rice Bird all over him. I believe that was number 42, Taquan Hall.
Yeah, it was. The pass was just a little bit behind Hickson, and he kind of bobbled it, and when he turned around, Taquan Hall leveled him, and the ball came out. So, incomplete pass. 3rd down and about 3 here.
Got to get to the 25 of the Rice Birds for first down. They've got a new field goal kicker this year. I think he's a little out of his range just watching him warming up before the game, so they need a few more yards. Quarterback Dean, pistol formation takes, hands off into the line. First down and more. Look at the pile. Continue to push on the carry. Number 5, Ryder Engel.
Yeah, nice. A nice push right up the middle of that big line, doing their work here. He's going to pick up about 5, and it's going to be a first down.
Carmelo Minner, one of the Rice Birds, in on the stop. And with the ball at the 20-yard line, the Rabbits are knocking on the Rice Bird red zone. 8:37 to go here, opening quarter. Lonoke Jackrabbits on the move in this non-conference matchup. Quarterback now sends 3 wideouts to the right. Now they're going to move Hickson into a tight end position. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Take, hand off over the right side. Running room, number 5 on the carry, Ryder Engel. And then riding him down was number 1, Damari McKinney.
Yeah, he's going to have about 5 that time. McKinney came up from his linebacker spot to ride down Engel, but he picks up 5, 2nd down 5.
From the Rice Bird 15-yard line, ball's on the far hash mark. Here in the first quarter, as we said, the Rabbits moving from the right to the left, from the south to the north here, headed toward the beautiful new Rice Bird Arena here in the heart of this athletic complex that has really had a wonderful overhaul here in the last year. Here come the Rabbits as they break the huddle again. Pistol formation for their quarterback, Dylan Dean. He takes, fakes, fires out in the flats, got a man, and nice play defensively, bringing down the receiver number 0, Darius Jeffrey, I believe, Brent.
Yeah, it was. I think he's just a little short of the first down. Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and less than a yard.
Just by really not even the length of the football.
No.
He's got to get to the 10-yard line for a first down. 3rd down, certainly 4-down territory here. But the way they've been powering it right up the middle, of course, they haven't using an empty backfield. Got a slot on the right, sends a man in motion. And the quarterback trips up and falls. He trips on his own man.
Yep.
That's what we affectionately call self-tackleization.
That's right. Turf Monster got him there. It's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play and a big break for the Rice Birds.
A huge break for the Rice Birds. This moves the ball back to the 13-yard line. They had like 6 inches to go for a first down. Now they got a full 3 yards. Dean, they break the huddle. 2 wide outs to the left. Once again, sends the man in motion. Going to fake to him. The quarterback's going to keep it. And let's see. I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got it either.
I think the Rice Birds have held. Let's see what the official says.
Yeah, it was the same play that they were going to try on 4th and short, and he didn't make it.
He did not. And the Rice Birds will take over. Nice play defensively, but I got to tell you, you called it, Brent.
Yep.
The turf monster really was on the Rice Birds side.
Well, Lynn, on the Rice Birds 3rd and long, QT Johnson slipped and fell down. So
exactly.
Now we're even there.
There you go
on the slippage.
Rice Birds with 90 yards ahead of them. Send 3 wide outs to the right. Ball's on the far hash mark. Running back standing to the right of Kane Price, the quarterback. Kane fakes to him. He's running. He's got a lot of pressure and going to throw this one out of bounds. In the general direction of QT Johnson, also out there for the Birds was Jamarion Horde. But Kane getting a lot of pressure, got rid of it. It's going to bring up now 2nd down and 10 from the Rice Bird 10-yard line.
Yeah, he faked the handoff there to Hall and took it himself. I think that's just a little read option there, and RPO. But boy, he didn't have anything out here at all. Chance Clark now in the backfield.
Standing to the left of Kane Price, the quarterback. Shotgun formation. Takes, fakes, fires out in the flats. Got his man complete. Jeremiah Jackson, and Jeremiah is going to get out across the 15, looks like about the 17-yard line. Pushed out of bounds at that point right there by number 15, Graham Stewart, for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Birds now looking at 3rd down and about 4.5. From the near hash mark, Kane now stands up, looks to the sideline. Chance Clark standing to his left. 2 wide outs to the left. Now they move Chance over to the right. Jamarion Horde split wide to the right. Hands off to Chance, and really a play that had a hard time getting going, Brent.
Yeah, it did. Kind of a fumble on the handoff there, or not a clean exchange at all. And
best way to put it.
Yeah. No gain there for Clark, so the Ricebirds will go 2 and out again. Their offense has sputtered on their first 2 opening possessions.
Once again, Brett, I'll give you credit for that. Hayden Prine on the punt. He'll be standing at his own 5-yard line awaiting the snap. And the Ricebirds need another body out there.
Yeah, they're missing somebody, and now we got 2 going out.
Checking in is Jordan Miner, number 14.
Play clock's down to 2, 1, and we're going to get a flag.
This will back the Ricebirds up 5. The official enthusiastically throws his flag at the 10-yard line. So the Birds will back up 5, and just like the last punt, they had a penalty, 5-yard penalty before the last punt, Brent.
Yeah, they did. And that stuff that drives coaches crazy. First game of the year, and we don't know who's on the punt team.
Hayden Prine standing at his 1. Puts his foot into it, and he shanks this one out of bounds.
He sure did.
This one is going to go out of bounds at the 19-yard line. So the Lonoke Jackrabbits are going to be in the Ricebird red zone starting this second drive of the night. 5:16 to go, opening quarter, and the Ricebirds really handing a gift here to the Lonoke Jackrabbits.
Yeah, they are. Lonoke, has it inside the Ricebird 20 here, and they're looking to capitalize on this after getting stopped last time by the quarterback falling down, basically. And, boy, not a good series there by the Ricebirds, but let's see if that defense can come up with a turnover maybe or something here. 5:16 left in the first quarter.
Here come the Rabbits from the sideline to the line of scrimmage. That line of scrimmage is the Ricebird 19-yard line, near hash mark, moving right to the left. Dressed in white, here come the Jackrabbits. Hand off into the line, and hammering the ball carriers, Cordero Berry.
Yeah, he
But we have a penalty marker at the 20-yard line. Let's see what that is.
Yeah, he blitzed. I'm afraid okay, it's going to be holding. I wondered if he was going to be offside, but it's not. It is holding. It's going to be a loss of about 2. I think I might back him up.
I believe I would too.
Yeah, but Cordero Berry blitz from his cornerback spot there. Boy, he was all over the running back, number 12. That's Joshua Sherman. It was going to be a loss of 2, but the Ricebirds are going to back him up.
Smart move there. Coach Price does back the Rabbits up, and it's going to put the line of scrimmage back at the Stuttgart 29-yard line. A little bit of breathing room there as they started this drive at the Ricebird 19-yard line. Ball is toward the center of the field. Lonoke Jackrabbits. Those bright purple helmets, purple numbers, white pants, got a dual purple stripe on the side. Ricebirds in their maroon with white trim, maroon helmets. Here come the Rabbits. Quarterback Dean takes a snap, fakes, back to pass, looking, now getting some pressure. He's going to air it out, and the Ricebirds are right there. Intended receiver, number 7, Jonathan Hickson. Jonathan had good position, but so did the Ricebirds. Great job out there defending, as we saw Damari McKinney out there along with Cordero Berry.
Yeah, McKinney was in front of him there. The pass was just over his hands there, but Berry came up and knocked it away right on the sideline. Fantastic play, and Dean was under some heavy pressure that time.
He was. Ricebirds putting some good pressure on that Lonoke quarterback. 4:48 to go. Clock stops within completion. We're in the first quarter. No score. Ricebirds have had it twice, 3 and out both times. The Lonoke Jackrabbits now, this is their second possession. Facing second down and 20 from the Ricebird 29-yard line. A little razzle-dazzle, double reverse here. It's going to end up in the hands of Demarion Eason, number 4, trying to get the corner on the far side, puts his head down, and probably should have gone down because I'm telling you, he is hammered. Now we've got a penalty marker down here in the area you would think a hold.
Yeah, about an 8-yard gain on the play for Easton, but yeah, it's gonna back him up even further.
They ran about 35 or 40 yards between all of the running backs that had it on that little double reverse, and I believe I just keep on moving them back. Flag thrown at the 30.
Absolutely. You know, when you run those reverses like that, those are ripe for holdings and a blocks in the back and all that kind of stuff, and this is going to back them up here even further. So the Jackrabbits going the wrong way on their second series. Started out at the Riceburg 19-yard line. Now they're all the way back to the 39.5.
Second down and 30 coming up now for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Good opportunity for the Riceburg defense to stand tall.
You're right. You absolutely cannot give up a first down here. You cannot.
It is, as we said, second down and Dodge Store.
Second down in Riceburg Arena. How about that?
That's there you go. Two wideouts to the left, one to the right. Single back, standing to the left of the quarterback. Quarterback takes a snap, straight back to pass. Looking, fires, got his man complete at the Riceburg 26-yard line. He's going to be wrestled out of bounds. Let's see. I think they're giving forward progress.
Yeah.
On the reception, number 2, Jaden Mays. Ball just thrown in there just right, too, Brent.
Yeah, it would. Let's see where they're going to mark. They're going to mark him at the 28.
8-yard line.
Yeah, so a gain of about 11 on the play. Third down now.
Ricebirds love to hold here.
They would.
Third down and 19 coming up for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. And Brent, where they are on the field, of course, it depends on what they make here yardage-wise, but you got to think it's 4-down territory for them.
Sure, you might as well take a shot deep if they don't get anything here.
From the near hash mark, 2 wideouts to the left, 2 to the right, single back standing to the left of the quarterback. Quarterback takes a snap, back to pass, looking to the right. He's got a man. One of the Riceburg's receivers flipped down, but making a nice recovery out there for the Ricebirds, number 42, Taquan Hall.
Yeah, gain of about 5 on that play. So the Ricebirds keeping them, in front of them, not giving them much deep at all. So it's going to bring up fourth down and about 14 here.
Ball's now on the far hash mark. Line of scrimmage is the Stuttgart 23-yard line. This drive started at the Riceburg 19-yard line after a short shanked punt by the Ricebirds. They're going to send wideouts to the right. On the right side is Darius Jeffrey. Wide out to the left is number 4, Demarion Eason. Also out there is Jaden Mays, number 2. Number 7, Hickson is lined up on the left side as well. Watch for him. Big playmaker.
Play clock ran out. There it is. Yep, and that's going to back them up 5. Delay of game.
There you go. I tell you, Lonoke has got some of those first game jitters too, Brent. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. Making some uncharacteristic mistakes. But
they kept trying to change the play there, I think, and then the play clock just got away from them. So it's going to back it up now to fourth down and about 19.
Here come the Rabbits back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback Dean takes a snap. 2 steps back to pass, fires across the middle, and it is complete at the Riceburg 5-yard line. That's going to be a first down on the reception, number 2, Jaden Mays.
Yeah, what a nice throw that time. Into some traffic, 2 or 3 Ricebirds there, but Dean threaded the needle, and that's absolutely what the Ricebirds could not afford to give up right there.
Yeah, and number 2 is not very tall. They've got him listed as 5'8". I think that's generous, but he really reached up there, got the ball in. First down, goal to go coming up now for the Lonoke Jackrabbits from the Stuttgart 4. Bird defense needs to dig in. Quarterback on a little shuttle pass to number 4 into the line, cuts it up and gets inside the 3 down to about the 2. Second down, goal to go coming up for the Lonoke Jackrabbits.
Just a little shovel pass there to Eason. He tried to cut it up inside, picked up about 2. Second down, 2. I believe we may see Ryder Engel here. He appears to be their short down back, and he is lined up right there at fullback.
Joshua Sherman is in there as well at tailback. They're going to have, you called it, Brent, number 5 on the carry, and the official says touchdown, Lonoke. Finally, the pile pushes across. Big number 61 in there. We talked about him earlier.
Yeah.
I think even though he didn't have the ball, I think you can credit him for that touchdown.
Yeah, I think so. He kind of made enough room there for Engel to force his way into the end zone. And, barring those penalties, it's been all Lonoke here so far as we roll under 1 minute in the first quarter. Ricebirds went 3 and out twice and 2 nice drives by the Jackrabbits. Resulted in a touchdown. Number 6 on to kick the PAT.
And it is good. And the Lonoke Jackrabbits strike first. They lead the Stuttgart Ricebirds 7-0. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
A generator is one of those things you never think about until you really need it. Luckily, Durden's in Stuttgart is your local authorized Generac dealer, and that means we can sell, install, and provide warranty service on your generator. And that's a big deal because a generator is a big investment and you're depending on it to work properly when you need it. Call us today at 673-1356 to learn more about home backup options, portable generators, and even commercial options for your business. And let's save the candlelight dinners just for date night.
Durden's in Stuttgart. Guaranteed comfort since 1960.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. 2 locations, 19th and Main for Chevrolet and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Don't forget them for that great hometown service and things like tires as well. Petrus Auto Group, they got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Moving up, putting his foot into it, number 6, Lara, and it's going to be received by the Ricebirds, QT Johnson, at about the 30 and about 5 yards on the return, maybe 4. Yeah, they're going to give him 5 yards on the return. Out to the 35-yard line, that's where the Ricebirds will have it. First down and 10 for their 3rd possession here of the night. 51 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Lonoke Jackrabbits have struck first and lead 7-0.
Yeah, Ricebirds looking for their first down here, and now would be a good time to get it here as the Jackrabbits have struck first and have a 7-0 lead.
I tell you, that long pass to get that first down on 4th down was a killer. That was a great play for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Here come the Ricebirds. Kane Price fakes QT Johnson a little end around. He's going to be thrown for a 1-yard loss. Nice play defensively over there by the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Number 5 on the stop, Ryder Engel.
Yeah, QT Johnson, he had one man to beat there. If he could have got away from Engel, I think he had some yardage, but a nice tackle by Engel.
2nd down 11 for the Ricebirds, moving from the left to the right. From the far hash mark, back to pass. Looking, now getting a little pressure, getting some good protection as well. Ryder Engel's chasing him all the way back to the 15-yard line. Now he's just going to throw this one away, and I expect we'll probably see a intentional grounding here if I'm not mistaken. There was not a Ricebird anywhere near.
No, but maybe they're saying he was out of the tackle box.
I guess that must be the case.
Yeah, but it's quickly 3rd and long again for the Ricebirds.
It is. 3rd down and 11 for the Ricebirds. Line of scrimmage is their own 34-yard line. And that is the end of the first quarter of action. With your score, the Lonoke Jackrabbits 7, the Stuttgart Ricebirds nothing. We're back with second quarter action on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network. Back in 1 minute.
We all have our traditions, from Friday night lights to Saturday morning hunts. These are the traditions we pass down to the next generation. Now, we might have hung up our cleats a long time ago, but come tomorrow morning, we can still put on our camo and hunter orange, because some traditions last a lifetime. Get your hunting license and enjoy a season of memories, both on the field and in the woods. This message is brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Hunt natural.
Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Ricebird Sports. Producers is here for you year-round, providing the hometown service you desire. Producers supports community activities and is proud to be a part of the Grand Prairie. If you're enjoying this broadcast of Ricebird Sports, let our sponsors know, because without their support, this broadcast would not be possible. Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart, supporting the community and Ricebird Sports.
And we welcome you back as we start the second quarter of action. Kane Price back to pass, looking, and fires and finds Hayden Prine
yes,
at just inside the midfield stripe at the 49-yard line. And there's the Stuttgart Ricebirds' first down of the night.
Yeah.
Lonoke leads Stuttgart 7-0 as we just get underway here in second quarter action from Stuttgart. Handoff into the line. Nice gain right up the middle by Jeremiah Thomas, brought down by number 14, Collins Gentry. He's going to have, gain across the midfield stripe down to the 47 of Lonoke. Gain of about 4.5. We'll call it 2nd and 6 coming up. Jeremiah Thomas lined up to the left of Kane Price. Now going to send him in motion out of the backfield. 2 wide outs to the right. Price back to pass, looking. Now he's going to tuck it. Breaks a couple of tackles right at the line. Breaks another one. Still on his feet inside the 35. Now they say he stepped out of bounds at the 38.
Yeah, but he had enough for the first down, though.
Ricebirds get their second first down. You know, Kane was the leading was a leading ball carrier for rusher for the Ricebirds a year ago.
Yeah, that's not good when your quarterback
exactly
is the leading.
right.
Oh, but we have a flag back here that I did not see.
I did not see that either, and it is going to mark the Ricebirds. Oh, there it is at the 48-yard line.
I see it now. I didn't see it then.
That yellow flag stands out against that big maroon S in the center of the field. This is going to move the Birds back to their own 43-yard line. They've got to get to the 41 of Lonoke for a first down. Second down and 16 now for the Ricebirds. Kane Price takes, quickly flips it out. Nice play. Sidestepping a defender is number 42 for the Ricebirds, Taekwon Hall.
Yeah, he's going to pick up about 5 there. Yeah, but yeah, he was almost brought down in the backfield, as you mentioned. He sidestepped Ryder Engel there and picked up about 5, so it's going to be third down and 11 again for the Ricebirds.
Big Jeremy Johnson, number 79, out in front, blocking for the Ricebirds. Third and 11 from the Ricebird 48-yard line. Kane Price takes the snap. Now he's rolling to his left. He looks, put a little easy touch on it, got his man complete. Once again, Hayden Prine on the reception all the way to the Lonoke 30-yard line. Move the sticks for the Birds. First down and 10.
Yeah, Lynn, you said it there. Nice touch on that pass. Just lobbed it right over the defense, right on the money to Hayden Prine for another first down.
That Hayden is a go-to receiver for the Ricebirds. Here come the Birds from the near hash mark. Take handoff to number 42. Got a little room around the corner. 25-20 and inside the Lonoke red zone on the carry for the Ricebirds, Taekwon Hall.
Yeah, 12 yards that time on first down, and the Ricebirds have picked up 3 first downs. Now they are on the move.
From the far hash mark, here come the Birds. A little tempo. Kane Price takes, hands off again to Hall. Hall looking, using his blockers on the right side. And he gets the ball inside the 15, down close to the 10-yard line.
It's going to be a game of about 7.
They're going to mark it at the 11. Yeah. So, yeah, nice game.
8. And you said it, Lynn, using his blockers well. He was following there his blockers and just kind of looking for a hole there. And he picks up 8 on first down.
Birds quickly back to the line. 2 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Birds moving from the right to the left on your radio dial. Takes, hands off, Taekwon Hall again. Big running room into the end zone. Touchdown, Ricebirds. Taekwon Hall takes it 11, and the Birds are within a point of tying it up.
There we go. 9 yards, I believe, Taekwon Hall for the touchdown. And the Ricebirds are on the board. Once they picked up that first down, Lynn, I think they kind of got just a little bit of confidence. And, boy, they took it down the field in a hurry there, and they are an extra point away from tying this game up. Taekwon Hall, the sophomore running back, played well for the junior high team last year.
Dawson McKelvey on to attempt the extra point. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good, and the Ricebirds have tied it up at 7. Stuttgart and Lonoke tied at 7. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
It's a great day for football. 2 rivals battling it out for a record-breaking crowd.
They're saying it's $1.5 billion.
Huh?
Wait, that's how much the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised for students since 2009. Because every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps students. They've given more than 822,000 scholarships and counting.
Okay, back to football. 2 rivals.
This is winning, folks. Playing the lottery is a win for students and maybe you too. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for Ricebird football. It's powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Don't forget, great selections at both locations, 19th and Main for Chevrolet and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. The 26 models are rolling in, and that means it's the 25 model year end clearance going on at both stores. Go see them right now while selection is best. That's Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird football. Dawson McKelvey has it teed up for the Rice Birds after punching that extra point through. And it looks like waiting on.
Yeah, the Rice Birds had 12 out there. So
they did.
Yeah, so number 19.
Well, that improves your chances of making a tackle on special teams.
And Brylan Hogan steps off.
And we got coach not happy. Dawson skies it. It's going to be fair caught at the 28-yard line. Number 21 for the Lonoke Jackrabbits over there. That's Trace Starks did the fair catch.
You know, both teams overcame penalties on their last drive. Both teams overcame third down and fourth down and longs here. So, hey, we're all tied up, but we got a good battle going here tonight at Mosley Stadium.
Just what you expect from these two teams.
Absolutely,
Brent.
absolutely.
Want to mention here, got just a quick second. The fireworks tonight sponsored by Sarah Smith Murray. Appreciate that, Sarah. And also I want to mention First Baptist Student Ministry fed the players and the cheerleaders today. Appreciate all the community involvement there, helping out, feeding our players and cheerleaders. Back to pass, fires out, incomplete. Dylan Dean put a little too much on that one, or maybe the receiver started running before
That's exactly what happened, Lynn, because they hit him right in the numbers, but he turned, he tried to look upfield and then just didn't secure the catch. So second down 10. Now, I know we saw Dean throw that one pass deep on fourth down, but I don't think that's their offense. You know, I think they like those short passes and then let their guys in speed work in space with that speed.
Checking out is number 44, Knox Hillman. Checking in, number 29, Caven Bryant for the Rice Birds. Here come the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Second down 10. Now there's a whistle before the snap. Timeout, Lonoke. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Rice Bird Football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network.
Running a business means finding the right people, and that's where Express Employment Professionals comes in. Whether you need full-time, part-time, or seasonal employees, Express has you covered. From office staff to skilled trades, Express matches the right talent to your needs quickly and efficiently. With offices in Stuttgart, Wynne, Helena, and Pine Bluff, they're ready to support your business no matter the size. And if you're looking for a job, Express is here for you too. For more information or to apply, call 870-672-4568 or visit expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals, your staffing solution.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for Rice Bird football tonight. Kicking off the season, it's the Stuttgart Rice Birds taking on the Lonoke Jackrabbits. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Glad to have you join us as we kick off another season of Rice Bird football. Coming out of a timeout, second down and 10. Here come the Lonoke Jackrabbits from their own 29-yard line. Quarterback Dylan Dean claps his hands for the ball, gets it, takes it, fires it across the middle, got Big Hickson complete. First down all the way out to the 48-yard line. Sure-handed Hickson took a lick when he caught it, but he hung on, and that'll move the sticks for the Lonoke Jackrabbits.
Yeah, 19 yards on that one. Just a bunch of timing passes so far for Dean, and he's been right on the money, and he's playing well here in the first half of the Jackrabbits.
Checking in secondary for the Rice Birds, Kipton Carey. Checking out is number 5, Keaton Byers. First down and 10 for Lonoke from the far hash mark. Moving from the left to the right. 3 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Fires out to the left. Got his man complete. And the Rice Birds are right there. Finishing him off is number 44, Knox Hillman. Back in there and moves it into Rice Bird territory to the 45-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play.
Yeah, the Birds are giving those Jackrabbits quite a bit of cushion there, and that is just an easy pitch and catch.
But they're right there though when they catch. They're doing a nice job.
Yeah,
but you're right. There's a lots of cushion there for the Rabbits to work with. Take handoff to the tailback, just puts his helmet down and powers his way to a first down inside the 40-yard line of the Rice Birds. Runs into all kinds of maroon uniforms in there.
7 yards on that carry for number 12. That is Joshua Sherman.
Cordero Berry, Keyshawn McKnight, all those guys in on that last stop, but not before. Lonoke gets a first down at the Rice Bird 38-yard line. 8:20 to go here in the second quarter. We're tied at 7. Lonoke scored first. Ricebirds answered. 2 wideouts to the right. Take handoff to the tailback once again. Just puts his helmet down, and there's your offense, Brent. You were talking about this. That kind of that ground and pound. They just like it right up the middle. That time they ran right into number 9, Bo Barnes, wrestled him down after a short gain of a couple.
Yeah, that's right. Just a gain of 2 that time, so we'll take that. We don't mind that. A nice job there by the line of stopping up that hole quickly there. We have 74. That's Dagan Duncan checking in there on the line.
15, Ethan Boyd checking out. Catch his breath. 2nd down, 8 for Lonoke from the Ricebird, 36-yard line. Sends a man in motion on a deep pitch. That's number 4. And, I mean, he threw that ball back about 5 or 6 yards behind him. Demarion Eason, the ball carrier.
He's going to have about 5.
Moves the ball to the Ricebird 31-yard line. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and 3. 7:08 to go here in the first half. We're tied at 7. Non-conference action between the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Lonoke Jackrabbits. The Ricebirds lead the series with Lonoke 27-9 going back to 1934. Quarterback Dylan Dean takes a snap, just going to put his head down and keep it himself. He runs into number 5, Keaton Byers.
He's going to have enough, I believe, for the first down.
He did. He just slid forward just enough. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Lonoke Jackrabbits at the Stuttgart 27-yard line. Clock moving, 6:45 to go, first half. And you talk about numbers in the pregame, Brent. Look at the Ricebird numbers here on the sideline. Compare that to Lonoke's.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, not many over there for the Jackrabbits.
There's really not. And you count the 11, of course, on the field. I'm not sure there's another 11. Maybe there's an 11 on the other side. Dylan Dean, the quarterback, takes, fakes, rolling now to his left. Bo Barnes right there with him, fires out for Hickson, incomplete.
Yeah, Dean that time was rolling to his left, and he's a right-handed quarterback, and he just couldn't get enough on it. It kind of short hopped out there to Hickson, and he was unable to come away with it. 2nd down, 10.
Kind of hit it on that little naked bootleg.
Yeah. Yep. Bo Barnes was bearing down on him, so Dean had to get rid of it.
Here come the Lonoke Jackrabbits to the line of scrimmage from the Stuttgart 27-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Dylan Dean, the quarterback now. There's a whistle before the snap. Timeout, Stuttgart. Coach Price wants to talk about it and get things right. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout with him. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM and also on the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebird YouTube channel. Back in 30 seconds.
My primary care provider helps me make better decisions about my physical and mental health.
They're the first person I talk to if I have any questions about infections, medications, or any other health concerns. And most insurance companies don't charge you for having annual wellness checks.
With them, I have the help I need to stay on top of my health game.
There are many reasons to have a primary care provider, but if you're not getting regular checkups, you're not getting a complete picture of your overall health. Visit chistvincent.com to find a primary care provider.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for non-conference action tonight. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Stuttgart Ricebirds playing host to the Lonoke Jackrabbits, and we're all knotted at 7. Lonoke Jackrabbits with the ball at the Ricebird 27-yard line. 6:14 to go here in the first half. Ricebirds just used their first timeout of the half to make sure they had their defense set right. Here come the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Balls towards the near hash mark, moving from the left to the right. Rabbits in white uniforms with purple helmets. Quarterback Dean takes a snap, hands off to number 12 in the backfield, and he starts kind of right into the line and cuts back a little bit to the left. Ricebirds converge at that point for the Birds. Number 62, Carmelo Mentor, in on the stop. Also number 44, Knox Hillman. Going to have a gain, it looks like, Brent, a gain of about 5 on the play.
Yes, it was. Sherman again on the carry. It's his 3rd carry for 14 yards. 3rd down and 5 here, 6:10 left to go.
Checking in for the Ricebirds, number 74, Dagan Duncan. Checking out for the Birds, number 6, Jawan Terry. Dylan Dean, the quarterback, has a slot on the left. Back lined up behind him, fires out in the flats, got his man complete, sidesteps one defender, sidesteps another one, and the Rice Birds finally get him down just right at the 20-yard line, maybe a tick inside. Let's see where the officials mark it.
Yeah, Cordero Berry just missed him in the backfield that time, and he shot forward for a gain of about 2, 4th down and 3.
Here's a big play for the Rice Bird defense in this one. 5:22 to go, clock moving, first half. We're tied at 7. Lonoke knocking at the door, the ball right at the edge of the Rice Bird red zone, right at the 20-yard line. Have to get to the 17 of the Rice Birds to keep this drive alive. Rice Bird defense digging in. Lonoke taking a lot of time. I wonder if they're fixing to use a timeout.
I bet they are.
Timeout, Lonoke. Let's take another quick 30-second timeout with him. You're listening to Rice Bird Football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
We're able to bring you Stuttgart Rice Bird football every Friday night thanks to our great sponsors like Arkansas Senator Ronald Caldwell. Senator Caldwell is a strong supporter of high school athletics and believes in its power to develop our young men and women. Senator Caldwell proudly serves District 10, which includes Arkansas, Jackson, Cross, St. Francis, Lee, Monroe, Woodruff, Prairie, Poinsett, and Lonoke counties. Senator Ronald Caldwell, proud sponsor of Stuttgart Rice Bird football.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. The Stuttgart Rice Birds and the Lonoke Jackrabbits tied at 7 apiece, and even 5 minutes to go here in the first half. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're glad to have you join us here for Rice Bird football. Big 4th down and 3 coming up for the Jackrabbits. Rice Bird defense digs in. Try a little hard count, trying to get the Rice Birds to jump. Everybody stays tight. 2 wideouts to each side, single back in the backfield. Quarterback calls for the ball. Looks, going to fire it out long toward the corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete.
No, he doesn't have the ball.
And one official has.
No, he didn't have the ball.
One official has signaled
catch, but when he
catch.
No, I still. Well, that was not a catch.
Oh my goodness.
I guess that rule where you have to come down with the ball does not apply here because he came down, rolled over, and the ball came out.
Yeah, he sure did.
I don't think he ever had it secured.
Well, it is going to be scored a touchdown. 4:52 to go here in the first half. Number 6 on to attempt the extra point, and it is good. And Lonoke has regained the lead, 14-7 over the Stuttgart Rice Birds. We'll kind of catch our breath and get oriented as to what just happened. We'll be back with more Rice Bird football in 30 seconds.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Lonoke Jackrabbits just scored to regain the lead, although the official that called it a touchdown didn't call it a touchdown.
No, he never signaled touchdown. He signaled catch, but initially it looked like he was going to catch it, but when he hit the ground and rolled over,
he didn't have the ball.
I mean, the ball was laying on the track. Oh.
And the Rice Birds fumble the kickoff, and Lonoke recovers at the Rice Bird 46-yard line.
Yep. Not a great high, short sky kick that time. The Rice Birds tried to catch that on the run and couldn't do it, and the ball rolled away from all of the Rice Bird defenders that time, and Lonoke was right there. So everything going right for Lonoke here tonight as they have a 14-7 lead in the end. They get the ball right back at the Rice Birds' 46-yard line.
4:50 to go here in the first half. Still a lot of football to play. Rice Birds just kind of need to get these first game jitters shook away. and see if they can't get it back in high gear. We know we can do it. That was a great drive the last time the Ricebirds scored on Brent, so we know they
got to get the ball back.
Got to get the ball back.
You go down by 2 scores here, and then Lonoke will get the ball in the third quarter, and you're going to be in deep trouble here. We need to stop.
Quarterback Dylan Dean, shotgun formation, takes a snap, back to pass. Looking now, he's going to be sacked back at the 49-yard line, but we have got penalty markers down as well. In on the stop for the Ricebirds, number 50, Trey Phillips, one of the outstanding 10th graders. Holding against Lonoke will move the ball back into Lonoke territory. I say back into. This drive did not start in Lonoke territory, started in Ricebird territory from the 46-yard line. They'll mark it off, and it'll take it back, like we said, into Lonoke territory at the 44-yard line. First down and 20 coming up now for the Jackrabbits. 4:44 to go here in the first half. Lonoke with a 14-7 lead and the football.
Yeah, a big penalty there against Lonoke, and that is exactly what the Ricebirds needed there. Try to get them back in a long situation behind the chains, and maybe they can force an errant pass, pick up a turnover, get a sack, something like that. But they need the ball back.
First and 20, fires out, got his man complete, number 0 on the catch, gets across midfield into Ricebird territory, and it's a 0-on-0. Darius Jeffrey on the reception, brought down by 0, Cordell Berry for Stuttgart.
Gain of 7 on that pass.
Moves it into Ricebird territory at the 49-yard line. Second down and 13 coming up. 3:55 to go, clock moving here in the first half. Lonoke with a 7-point lead on the Ricebirds, 14-7, non-conference action.
And Lonoke would be in no hurry to snap the ball right here.
Wide outs to each side, slot on the right, single back standing to the right of the quarterback. They're going to send the wide out on the right in motion. Going to fake and fire across the middle, and Ricebirds are going to be guilty of pass interference. A little early contact on Hickson, intended receiver. Dean just fired it down across the middle, and the Ricebirds, number 14, Jordan Miner, a little early on that one.
Yes, he was. Yep. Had the right idea there, but just came over the back of Hickson a little bit early.
And the guys just need to shake it off, and they'll mark it off from the 49-yard line. And it's going to march down inside the Ricebird 35. Let's see where they set it down. At about the 34-yard line, it's where Lonoke will have it, first down and 10. 3:25 to go here in the first half.
Stuttgart defense kind of back on their heels here. They thought they had a stop on that fourth down play, but Lonoke comes away with the touchdown and then the turnover.
Lonoke on fourth down, that's been the difference in the ball game.
Yes.
They have their big plays on fourth down against the Ricebirds. Big fourth down play.
Yep.
Quarterback claps his hands for it, takes hands off into the line. A little bit of running room in the middle for number 8, Caven Stivers.
It's going to get about 3 on that one.
Moves the ball down to the Ricebird 31-yard line. 3:12 to go, clock moving here in the first half. Second down now, and the long 6, short 7 coming up for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Pistol formation for the Rabbit quarterback with a tailback behind him. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Takes hands off to that tailback into the line, just dancing around, using his blockers, and gets a big first down. Inside the Ricebird 25 down to the 22-yard line. First down and 10, move the sticks for the Jackrabbits.
9 yards on that run for Stivers, and as you said, another first down. 2:40 left to go. The clock rolling here in the first half. Lonoke with a 14-7 lead.
They make some substitutions. Checking out is Jaden Mays. Checking in is Ryder Engel for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. For the Stuttgart Ricebirds, defense digs in. Quarterback now behind center. I formation behind him. Fullback and tailback. Fakes to the tailback. Going to fire it out in the flats. Tipped at the line of scrimmage. I believe Bo Barnes got his mid on that one. Knocked it down.
Yeah, he was looking for Engel out here in the flat, and he was open and had a little bit of room, but Barnes comes in there with the with the hand in the way and knocks the ball down. Stops the clock at 2:08, second down 10.
Lonoke Jackrabbits preseason pick to finish second in the 2-4A conference behind powerful Little Rock Mills. Speaking of Little Rock Mills, though, Brent, don't you remember, hadn't been that many years ago, they didn't even know how to line up for a football.
Exactly, for sure. Yep.
Number 7 on the carry out in the flats, and that is Hickson, and he's going to be upended out there, I believe, on the far side over there by the Ricebirds, Trey Phillips, number 50.
Yeah, Hickson's going to have about 3, but that's it. Going to bring up third down now.
3rd and 7, clock rolls under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Jackrabbits taking their time. Number 34 for the Rabbits is checking out. That's Colton Trickey. Ricebirds making some changes here. Dagan Duncan is checking out. Checking in is Jawan Terry. Here come the Jackrabbits. 2 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Takes, hands off tailback into the line, kind of dancing behind a couple of blockers. Gets the ball down to the 15-yard line. He's going to be about 3 yards short of a first down. And timeout, Stuttgart. 4th down and 3 coming up for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Timeout, Stuttgart. They're going to take their second one. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Since our founding in 1945, Farmers and Merchants Bank has held strong to our commitment to innovation, community investment, and personalized service. Over the past 80 years, we have worked alongside Arkansas entrepreneurs to help our neighbors start, grow, and streamline their businesses with hometown lending experts in the latest in modern financial solutions. Farmers and Merchants Bank, in your corner in our community, helping your business succeed every step of the way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for Ricebird football, powered by Petrus Auto Group in Stuttgart. 2 locations for new vehicles, Chevrolet and GMC on 19th and Main, and out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. And on 4th down and 3, they send on the field goal unit. Now the quarterback is also the holder.
Right. Yeah.
Lara, number 6, will attempt it. He's an outstanding soccer player for the Lonoke Jackrabbits, and this one's not going to have a chance.
No, it was low and tipped as well that time.
It was not going to make it had the Ricebirds not tipped it. But,
no.
But the Ricebirds, Damari McKinney, I believe, is the one that got a hand on it, and the Birds stopped the drive. And how big was that, Brent?
Yeah, big, but I'm kind of surprised that they tried to kick it there. 4th down and 3, and they've been running the ball well. I don't know. I think I would have gone for it there, but, hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, they've made some of their own errors tonight have been of their own doing, and that might have been one of them there.
Yeah, you're right.
Field goal no good. Ricebirds, here we go. See if they can get something going. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Ball's in the center of the field. Birds moving from the right to the left. Fakes to the left. Fires out to the right. Got a man wide open. And that is the man you want, QT Johnson. 35-40, 45 midfield, 45-40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Put it on the scoreboard. QT Johnson takes it to the house, and the Ricebirds within a point of tying it up.
80 yards, Landon. What a turn of events right there. The Jackrabbits are knocking on the door on 4th down and 3. Miss a field goal. 1 play later, the Ricebirds strike and a point away from tying this game up. When the Jackrabbits looked like they were a play or 2 away from taking a 2-touchdown lead, this game is now almost tied up. What a play there. QT Johnson took that screen and ran all the way across the field, picked up some blockers, and then just ran away from everybody.
I'm telling you, and I tell you, so the defenders had some good angles on it as well, but they just could not get their hands on him. QT takes it to the house. Dawson McKelvey ties it up with an extra point out of the hold of Keaton Byers and the snap of Bo Barnes. The Ricebirds special teams are special tonight, and they score quickly to tie this one up. 55 seconds to go here in the first half, and we're knotted at 14. Let's take another quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to Ricebird Football on Country 97.3. Back in 30 seconds.
Did you know that Henderson State University offers a nurturing classroom environment with caring faculty who will invest in your career success? You can learn a lot at Henderson. Come check us out. Visit hsu.edu/getready for additional information. Did you know that Henderson State University offers the only aviation degree in Arkansas? You can learn a lot at Henderson. Come fly with us. Visit hsu.edu/aviation for additional information.
Welcome back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where we are tied up at 14, the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Lonoke Jackrabbits. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Opening night of the high school football season. Dawson McKelvey puts his foot into it, gets it under them. Boy, another high kick. This one's going to be returned from the 25, and what a collision. Oh, my goodness, what a hammer job they put on the return man.
Yeah, that was an odd play there. Number 21 called for a fair catch, but then he let it go, and another Jackrabbit picked it up and ran with it.
Demarion Eason, number 4, he took a lick.
He did. Fantastic coverage at that time by the Ricebird special team. Then with 52 seconds left here, Lonoke will have it at their own 28 here. I don't know what they'll do here. I think they'll take some shots or just run it and try to get to halftime.
You know, that's a good question, Brent. Let's see what they say. We're going to come to the line with 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Single back standing to the left of the quarterback, Dean. Claps his hands for the ball. Now looks to the sidelines. Looks to the right. Claps his hands again. There's the snap. Fires it out to the left. Overthrows what I thought was intended receiver, but it was actually caught by number 4 out there, Eason.
Yeah.
I don't think he was a primary target, Brent. Now, maybe he was.
Not.
I thought number 2, Jaden Mays, was the intended target.
2 guys out there again. The Ricebirds are giving an awful lot of cushion, which is understood here. I mean, you don't want to get beat deep here. But, they pick up 11 and a first down. We haven't mentioned, Lynn, we have a nice new scoreboard out there now. However, I would think we might need a light there on the home on top because it's kind of hard to see the home and visitor.
Yeah, I agree.
But it is a fantastic looking scoreboard.
Back to pass, airs it out long. Cross the middle is going to be picked up by the Ricebirds. On the reception for the Birds, Cordero Berry playing center field, and he hauls it in. He goes down, so he couldn't return it. But, boy, Brent, if he was on his feet then, he could have had some big yards.
Yeah, he kind of went down, just to cradle the ball to make sure he had it. And I'm not sure who Dean was throwing to. There was not a Jackrabbit in the area. But, boy, Cordero Berry, Johnny on the spot that time, and a big Ricebird interception now with 34 seconds left. The Ricebirds have 1 timeout left. Let's see what they can come up with here. We're going to take some shots, I guarantee you that.
$50 from Konechny Insurance per interception this year. $50 for the Ricebird Booster Club. Double reverse. Got some room coming to the near side. Flips it back again. Kane Price ends up with it. 40-45 midfield and into Lonoke territory, 48-yard line. 24 seconds to go. First half.
That is going to be a first down.
Birds are hustling. Send sure-handed Keaton Byers out, split wide right.
Low
snap, and Kane is in trouble now. He's going to air it out long and incomplete, out of bounds. Stops the clock, 13 seconds to go.
Still 1 timeout left here for the Ricebirds. 13 seconds left. If they could pick up 15 or 20 yards here, then maybe they could take a shot at the end zone. Time for 2, maybe 3 plays if you hurry. 1 timeout.
Got a good field goal kicker as well, Dawson McKelvey, so be thinking about that as well. 2 wide outs to the right. QT Johnson, Keaton Byers coming to the near side here. Hayden Prine, 3 sure-handed receivers. And there's a whistle before the snap, and it is a delay of game against the Ricebirds. Going to back them up 5. 13 seconds to go here in the first half. We're tied at 14. Stuttgart and Lonoke, non-conference action. And it's been a good one, pretty well as billed. Lonoke has had their way with the Ricebirds, but the Birds have just fought and stayed in this thing and looking possibly for a shot at taking the lead here before half. Kane Price, quarterback's going to keep it, and there's just nothing there. And I'm not really sure it gets up to the 49-yard line.
I don't like that play. If you're going to run it, that's fine. Just give it to a running back. I don't think we need Kane running that ball here.
And Coach Price walking with one of the officials out there on the field. Timeout, Stuttgart. Stuttgart's going to take a timeout. Let's get a word in from some of our great sponsors. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Lead Pearson Company, 209 North Burkle in Stuttgart, assist you in the design and construction of your next pre-engineered steel building. From mini storage to office building, farm shop to factory, warehouse to airplane hangar. Talk to the professionals at Pearson Company today. Take advantage of their 30 years in the construction industry and know they will do the job the way it's supposed to be done, right the first time. Contact Pearson Company, 209 North Burkle in Stuttgart, offering complete construction services for over 30 years.
From the 49-yard line of the Ricebirds, here come the Birds. 7 seconds to go in the first half. Kane Price, quarterback, takes a snap, empty backfield, fires it across the middle. He's got a man complete down to the 32-yard line. And
if they can spike it, they get one more play here.
2 seconds. They'll set the clock. You're right. They'll have time for one play. Take it and spike it, and there it is.
There it is. Ooh,
nice job, and they let the clock.
No, I think we're gonna get one play. No,
that's it.
And that's the end of the first half.
Boy.
And I'm not sure when we'll ever get a scoreboard that have tenths of a second on it.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah.
You know, that cost us a game. I think against, was it Newport? Maybe a few.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Anyway. That is the end of the first half. Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Lonoke Jackrabbits are tied at 14. We've got some band action coming up. Brent will have our halftime stats for us as well. And we'll take a look around the conference, see if we can get some scores of what all else is going on. All that and more coming up on the Southern Bancorp halftime show. And we'll get started on that in 6 minutes.
Your business is up against a lot of things these days. Inflation costs, workforce issues, federal overreach. The list of things keeping you up at night keeps getting longer. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas is here to help. We are constantly working to improve the business climate and make Arkansas as competitive as possible. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas works tirelessly for your business so you can rest easy. Join us today.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now, Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's at 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
It's time for a road trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, home to the legendary thermal waters giving Hot Springs its name. This unique mountain town features historic bathhouses, hiking trails, biking trails, a 4-story treehouse, roller coasters, a casino, horse races, bathtub races, an interactive science museum, fishing, boating, parades, a bustling downtown, and a peaceful vista overlooking it all. Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
Great coaches know that success on the field takes more than just athletic ability. It takes a winning strategy. And at Southern Bancorp, we believe the same applies to banking. Whether you need competitive rates on loans and accounts to keep you in the game, or financial tools like credit counseling and homebuyer education to move the ball down the field, we can help. Visit banksouthern.com today and let's build your winning strategy. Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At the University of Arkansas, we're preparing students for the future. With an unbeatable mix of academic excellence, affordable tuition, record scholarship funding for Arkansans, and a proven track record for success after graduation, the Razorback experience delivers value and opportunity at every turn for them and for the communities across our state that they will impact. We're dedicated to Arkansas and improving the lives of Arkansans. That's been our mission since 1871.
Time for an oil change? What about a new battery? Harry's Rapid Lube in Stuttgart has you covered. At Harry's Rapid Lube, they have GM Dexos certified oil, along with quality Pennzoil, and they can change your air filter and windshield wipers, and even replace your rundown battery with an interstate battery. You don't need an appointment. Just drive in. For quality service, for quality people, see Harry's Rapid Lube at 2208 South Timber in Stuttgart, or phone 672-7200. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
More students are turning to UA Little Rock because we're leading the way in making college affordable for all Arkansans. With the Pell Grant, the Arkansas Academic Challenge Scholarship, and our half-off scholarship, you can get a college degree without debt. Don't qualify for Pell? No problem. We have options to help you affordably earn a 4-year degree. With scholarships and campus jobs, we're removing barriers for all. That's the Trojan Guarantee. Expect more with UA Little Rock.
Are you tired of leaking on yourself? Tired of those embarrassing moments? Do you have chronic sciatica? Low back pain? Are you experiencing painful intercourse? Hemorrhoids? Maybe you're dealing with erectile dysfunction. Would you like to improve your balance? And oh, the incontinence. Did you know that all of that can be resolved in as little as 3 weeks? That's right, only 28 minutes twice a week for 3 weeks. Most people notice a difference after their second session. The Emcella by BTL is so easy to use. You stay fully clothed. It's totally non-invasive, and there is 95% patient satisfaction. This is a breakthrough for incontinence and ED, and we here at the Katie Shack have made all of this relief possible for you. So why put up with those symptoms, especially now that you know that there is a cure? We have special financing available, and we have amazing affordable packaging deals. This is FDA approved and proven. Please call us at 870-873-4300 and let us help you on this journey to a better, healthier way of life.
Ah, the sights and sounds of an Arkansas summer. And the coolest place to be is at Saracen Casino Resort, where tomorrow someone will win an exciting Lexus LC500 Coupe. Just use your Saracen Players card and play to win Lexus's most exciting sports car ever. Play often and earn entries for your chance at winning a Lexus LC500 Coupe from Saracen Casino Resort, only 40 minutes from Little Rock.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Petrus Auto Sales in Stuttgart has the best selection of new Ford trucks and SUVs that we've had in years, including some of the hottest products like the Maverick truck with mileage up around 40 miles per gallon. And on the other end of the lot, we've got Ford F-250 Super Duties from the base XL trim all the way up to the King Ranch. And in between, we've got Explorers, Expedition, Broncos, and more, and all are priced to sell, all with that great hometown service after the sale. See us today. That's Petrus Auto Sales, your Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer on the Grand Prairie, out across from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart.
Life's complicated. Your checking account shouldn't be. At Simmons Bank, we keep banking simple, with you in mind. Get paid early, avoid fees, bank from anywhere. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Choose your account and open online in minutes. Visit SimmonsBank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. All accounts subject to approval. Restrictions apply.
And we welcome you to the Southern Bancorp halftime show tonight from Ned Mosley Stadium on the campus of Stuttgart High School in Stuttgart, Arkansas. We're at halftime where the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Lonoke Jackrabbits have battled to a 14-14 tie. Lonoke Jackrabbit Marching Band just completed their performance, and coming out onto the field of the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band, award-winning marching band under the direction of Mr. Kevin Sherman, one of the Teacher of the Year finalists for the state of Arkansas. So proud of Mr. Sherman and all he has accomplished and continues to accomplish here. The Ricebird Marching Band smartly dressed in their uniforms that have the maroon and white tops, the black slacks. And, of course, they have their percussionists set up here on the near side, and they're ready to perform here in just a moment. And we will give you the best sound that we can from the press box here when they get started. So bear with us on that. I also want to give a shout-out here to Sarah Smith Murray for providing the fireworks for tonight. Ray Gilbert is in the south end zone shooting those off. Had several opportunities for the Ricebirds tonight. Hope he gets to shoot them several more times as well. I want to thank First Baptist Church Student Ministry for feeding the Ricebird football team and cheerleaders before the game here today. Appreciate them and all the great community support that they continue to provide. Yesterday, the junior high was fed by Fellowship of Christian Athletes, which I thought was great. And speaking of the junior Ricebirds, Brent, they christened the new Jackrabbit Field Turf Field in Lonoke with a pair of Ricebird wins.
There you go. Yeah, a great way to start off the season with 2 wins, especially on the road at Lonoke.
You bet. And the Ricebird junior high and 7th grade both got wins last night. They got the rain stopped and they got in some good football, and the Birds on top. And again, the Ricebirds looking for the sweep here tonight if they can get the win. All right, we are going to crank up the volume on our microphones here for those of you that are watching on our EAB YouTube channel, Stuttgart Ricebird YouTube channel. You can see the Ricebird Marching Band, and here they are.
Constructs and designs water wells and installs underground pumps. Lane also has an in-house machine shop, which is prepared to service and repair all brands and sizes of pumps, gear drives, and motors, along with the complete parts department open to the public. For all your water needs, contact Lane first at 2015 South Main in Stuttgart or call 870-673-1591.
What does it mean to be taken care of? What is it mean?
And that's the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band here at halftime. Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Lonoke Jackrabbits tied at 14 here in this season opening matchup here at Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. It's the Southern Bancorp halftime show. The Ricebird Marching Band now will be finishing up with their fight song, and they'll be accompanied by the Ricebird cheerleaders there as well. Let's take a look at our stats from the first half, and with those, here is Brent Whitman.
All right, thank you, Lynn. For the Lonoke Jackrabbits, Ryder Engel has 4 carries for 18 yards, including a 5-yard touchdown run. Demarion Eason, 2 for 12. Jonathan Hickson has 1 for 3. Joshua Sherman, 3 carries for 14. Caden Stivers, 3 carries for 16. The quarterback, Dylan Dean, has 3 carries for 3 yards. Through the air, Dean is 12 out of 18, 144 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 INT. Receiving for Lonoke, Demarion Eason has 5 catches for 49. Jonathan Hickson, 2 for 27. Darius Jeffrey has 4 catches for 36, including that 20-yard touchdown catch on 4th down. Jaden Mays has 2 for 34, 66 on the ground, 144 passing, 210 total yards for Lonoke in the first half. For the Ricebirds, Chance Clark, 1 carry for 1 yard. Taquan Hall, 4 carries for 34 yards. QT Johnson, 1 for -1. Kane Price has 2 carries for 21 yards. Kane Price through the air, 5 out of 9, 127 yards, including that 1 80-yard touchdown pass to QT Johnson. QT Johnson, 1 catch for 80. Jeremiah Thomas, 1 for 3. Jeremiah Jackson, 1 catch for 7 yards. Hayden Prine has 2 catches for 37, 54 on the ground, 127 through the air, 181 total for the Ricebirds, Lynn. 181 yards, and they pick up 80 on that one play. But boy, that was a huge play there. The Ricebird defense coming up with that blocked field goal on what we thought was kind of a questionable call. Maybe should have gone for it. But boy, the Birds capitalized on the very next play, 80 yards on that little inside screen to QT Johnson, and he takes it to the house to tie the game up at 14, and that's where we are.
Eerily reminiscent of last year, only kind of reverse. The Ricebirds scored to take more than a 2-score lead in the third quarter and then kicked off to Lonoke, and they returned it for a touchdown. So, right. It's one of those things that just kind of sucks the wind out of you, after you fought to get that big score. But the Ricebirds, I think, in great shape. Hopefully get some of these first game jitters kind of shaken off a little bit. I tell you, the Ricebirds looked good against Class 5A Whitehall about 10 days ago out here, and was very impressed. Of course, understand as well, quarterbacks were off limits. You couldn't touch those guys, and so some of the plays that were big plays may not have been in a real game situation because you might have gotten to the quarterback or he could have messed up or something. But anyway.
In the first 2 series, the Ricebirds were just strictly passing. We didn't get much, but in that third series, when they started running just a little bit more, they got some things going there with Taquan Hall. Then they put some points on the board. So maybe that'll get the offense going here. It's a game about just about like we thought, and everyone thought it would be tied here at halftime. And speaking of tied at halftime, I do have some scores here.
Cool.
Our opponent next week, CAC, is playing at DeWitt, and they are tied at 8 at half. And then you have Monticello 12, Fordyce 7 in the second quarter. Greenbrier takes the lead over Warren 22-19 in the second quarter. And Stuttgart's opponent in 2 weeks, Malvern, Lynn, is only ahead of Jacksonville 7-0 at half.
Wow. Maybe a slow start for the Leopards there as well.
So.
Leopards, again, one of those teams that are really picked to finish high in Class 4A this year. And again, depending on who you look at, a lot of them have got the Ricebirds picked to finish, fairly high as well, with a lot of seniors. And I think they're putting a lot of faith in that. And, of course, Coach Price said all week long and said on his coaching show a little bit earlier today that this is the most seniors he's ever had in his coaching career.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of new starters out there, tonight too. So maybe they'll get their feet under them here, a little bit in the second half. And Lono, was going to start out with the ball here, and it's, we say it every game, but boy, that first possession
of the third
quarter, is one of the biggest of the game.
You bet. Little fight song going on here for the Stuttgart Ricebirds. Let's see if we can pick that up for you here. And that's the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band performing here at the half. And, boy, they look great. They look as good as they sound. And, again, under the direction of Mr. Kevin Sherman, one of the Arkansas Teacher of the Year finalists. And anxious to see he would be very deserving, as I'm sure any of the finalists would be. But so proud of Mr. Sherman and, of course, the great job that he does. Also, Miss Shannon Hudgens, Miss Sarah Schroeder. They do a super job with our Stuttgart bands. It's the Southern Bancorp halftime show. We've still got a couple of minutes before we're going to kick off, still waiting for the teams to come out of the locker room. So let's take another timeout, and we'll hear from some more of our great Ricebird football sponsors. And when we come back, we'll be getting set for the kickoff of the second half. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network, and we'll be back in 3 minutes.
When it comes to harvest season, you're no stranger to long hours, which is why your Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement in Stuttgart, is extending their parts and service hours to help you be ready during this crucial time of year. Trust factory-trained technicians to provide knowledgeable expertise and quick turnaround times. Ask Progressive Tractor and Implement about their next-day parts availability and count on their professionals to help ensure that your equipment stays up and running all day or all night for maximum production and bushels. Contact your local Case IH and Kubota dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement, for more information.
Greg Hatcher and his companies are proud supporters of high school football. The Hatcher Agency is the state's largest employee benefits agency, offering outrageous service and voted best insurance agency in Arkansas virtually every year since 2004. Hatcher Capital Investments offers 401k plans and wealth management. Twin City Limousine offers vehicles that are great for weddings. And, of course, the popular Scoops homemade ice cream. Greg Hatcher and his companies wish you a successful season.
Like you, Stedman's Ace Hardware is passionate about their community. They support the Lions Club, Fight Like a Kid, and numerous other organizations, including youth, high school, and adult sports programs. Whether helping their neighbors or helping their customers, Stedman's Ace Hardware truly is the helpful place. Shop Weber Grills, Blackstone Griddles, Traeger Pellet Grills and Pellets, and more, and get all the help you need at Stedman's Ace Hardware, 110 South College in downtown Stuttgart. Stedman's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
My primary care provider helps me make better decisions about my physical and mental health.
They're the first person I talk to if I have any questions about infections, medications, or any other health concerns. And most insurance companies don't charge you for having annual wellness checks.
With them, I have the help I need to stay on top of my health game.
There are many reasons to have a primary care provider, but if you're not getting regular checkups, you're not getting a complete picture of your overall health. Visit chistvincent.com to find a primary care provider.
Hi, this is Jennifer Smith from Wilkerson Jewelers. The real value in any jewelry is the sentimental connection that you have to the pieces you own. The beautiful earrings your grandparents gave you when you graduated. The amazing engagement ring your fiance surprised you with. The watch your company presented you with when you retired from your job. For over 50 years, Wilkerson's has been a part of those special moments. And we love that we get to be a small part of some of the most important experiences of your lives. No matter what your budget, come in to shop or check us out online at wilkersonjewelers.com. Easy financing and layaway are available. At Wilkerson Jewelers in beautiful downtown Stuttgart, we want to build memories with you.
Finding your place is more than just a location. It's about discovering your purpose, exploring your passions on a campus that feels like home. At A-State, you can achieve at the highest levels, form lasting relationships, and support the Red Wolves, both on campus and in the wild. Whether you're into research, the arts, healthcare, or maybe something else, there's a place for you at Arkansas State University. Find your place in the pack. Visit astate.edu to learn more.
And we welcome you back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show here as we get ready to wrap up and head into the second half action. The Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Lonoke Jackrabbits are tied at 14 here at the half. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. A special word of thanks to Southern Bancorp in Stuttgart and DeWitt, sponsors of our halftime show every Friday night with flexible lending, customized accounts, and financial development services aimed at helping put you and your family on the path to economic opportunity. They're wealth builders for everyone. In Stuttgart, located on 620 East 22nd Street, for our friends in DeWitt, 220 West Cross. That's Southern Bancorp, wealth builders for everyone. Also, check them out online at banksouthern.com. Also, a word of thanks to Little Caesars Pizza for providing pizza for the press box crew and the visiting media up here. We appreciate that so much. Little Caesars Pizza, located on 22nd Street, right across from Southern Bancorp, our halftime sponsor. And the two teams have made their way out of the locker room, and the Stuttgart Ricebirds are trotting over here to the near sideline. Stuttgart Ricebirds tonight in their home maroon uniforms, maroon jerseys and pants. They've got double white stripes on top of the shoulder pads, got their jersey number out on their sleeves as well as on the right side of their helmet, flying bird logo on the left side of the helmet, and a stripe down that maroon helmet that starts wide at the front and goes to a point at the back. The Lonoke Jackrabbits tonight in their white travel uniforms. They've got purple numbers, double purple stripes down the side of the pants, and bright purple helmets with their Jackrabbit logo on the side. Starting out the third quarter, Dawson McKelvey will be kicking for Stuttgart, be kicking from the right to the left. For those of you listening on Country 97.3 FM, that's from the south to the north, kicking toward the beautiful new Ricebird Arena here in the Ricebird Athletic Complex. There's a whistle. Dawson moves up, puts his foot into it, skies. This one's going to be taking it about the 32-yard line, back across the 35, and
the ball
came out. Let's see. I see the beanbag. We've got some Ricebirds thinking that they have got it. Knox Hillman's one of them, and the Ricebirds recover. How about that?
Number 30, Jacob Eagle, comes out of the pile with the ball there, Lynn. And, you know, when the number 21 for Lonoke took that ball right up the middle there, and he kind of got spun around, and when he did, that's when the ball came out, and the Ricebirds get that turnover on the kickoff back.
That's exactly right. Ricebirds guilty of a turnover in the first half and get it right back, and the Ricebirds in business.
They are.
First down and 10 from the Lonoke 43-yard line. Ball's on the far hash mark. Again, Birds moving from the right to the left. Three wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Empty backfield. Sends a man in motion now. Whistle before the snap. In motion for the Ricebirds was number 11, Jeremiah Thomas.
Ricebirds are guilty of illegal procedure. So that's going to back them up 5, but they don't mind that too much because they got that big turnover on the kickoff.
Huge turnover, you bet. And that sky kick just kind of lends itself for good coverage and that sort of thing to happen. Great job, Dawson McKelvey, on the kick. Send Jeremiah Thomas in motion. Straight back to pass. Airing it out long. Throwing it the length of the field. He's got a man just overthrown. Intended receiver Q.T. Johnson.
Boy, I thought Johnson was maybe going to run under it there.
I thought he was too.
And, you know, I think he got there. I think he just lost it just a little bit, and now he's kind of slow to get up. He took a hard tumble there on the turf. I think he'll be okay. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. He's not jogging off there. But
we thought about that last year too, you know, down here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Second down and 15 coming up for the Ricebirds from just inside their own end of the field. Handoff. Good hard run.
That was Jeremiah Thomas on the carry. He's going to get back the penalty yards. We got third down and 10 now.
What a nice job, Dylan Scobie in there blocking ahead. So it's going to bring up now third down, just a tick over 10 to go here from the Lonoke 43-yard line. Ball's in the center of the field. Lonoke jumps off sides, and there finally is a penalty.
Yep, there you go. That's going to be a free 5. I see QT is down here on the sideline, so he's fine. He's got his helmet off. He just ran a long ways on that play. He sprinted the whole way.
And really stretched out trying to catch that thing.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Hayden Prine's going to be split wide to the right. Split to the near side. Jeremiah Jackson. Straight back to pass. Finds a man complete just across the 30-yard line. Jeremiah Jackson on the reception, and that is enough for a first down.
Yes, it is. It's going to be enough for the first down. Nice catch, and there by Jackson.
Single back in the backfield. Juwan Terry standing to the right of the quarterback. Wholesale change with a bunch of receivers on the left side. They're in there for blocking. And they did not block number 14 for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. That's Collins Gentry. Nice job getting in there and jumping on the back of the Ricebird ball carrier.
Yeah, I think that was Juwan Terry, his first carry of the night, and he didn't really have any place to go on that one. He did get back to about the line of scrimmage, though.
Second down, we'll call it a long 10. Terry lined up to the right of Price, the quarterback. Kane takes, hands off.
It's Hall.
Taquan Hall.
Oh, couldn't get away from that shoestring tackle, could he?
He could not. Nice job by number 5 in there for the Lonoke Jackrabbits, Ryder Engel.
Yeah, Hall tried to go inside and then tried to bounce it out, and when he did, Engel just grabbed a hold of his ankle and wouldn't let go.
One of those outstanding linebackers for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Kane Price, quarterback, now stands up, looks to the sidelines. Got 3 wideouts to the right. Single back standing to his right. Takes a snap, rolling to his right. Stops, looks, fires. Boy, there's a lot of contact down there. It is caught.
Ooh, he didn't get forward progress at all there. I thought he was a couple yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
It looked to me like he was hammered before the ball got there as well. Now that is about as far from Brenton as you could be in the stadium right now. But
it's going to be fourth down and a yard.
Yeah, a little less than a yard. And I'm with you, Brent. I thought he had forward progress well past that. Big fourth down here for the Ricebirds. Price calling the signals. Ball's on the far hash mark. One wide out to the left. Price is going to keep it himself. He's got a first down and more as he crosses the 15 down close to the 10.
Yeah, they're going to mark him out to 12. 8 yards on fourth down and 1 for Kane Price. And that's the first down. The Ricebirds now are knocking on the door, they're going no huddle now.
2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Ball's on the far hash mark. Birds moving from the south to the north, the right to the left on your radio dial. Kane Price takes a snap, back to pass, looking. Now he's going to roll to his left. Now looking, rolling to his right. Now back to his left, and he is in trouble.
Just get rid of it. There you go. There you
go. He does
a
nice
job. He did a good job, yeah. He did a good job. He ran a long ways and spun around 3 or 4 different times, but he definitely couldn't take a sack there, and he finds a way to get rid of it.
In sort of the direction of Hayden Prine over here on the near sideline.
Yeah, good coverage initially downfield by the Jackrabbits on the left side is who Kane was looking for, but they were well covered.
Second down 10 for the Ricebirds from the Lonoke 12-yard line. We're tied at 14, 8:29 to go, third quarter. Ricebirds first possession of the second half. Handoff, coming to the near side, trying to turn the corner, using that speed. Breaks 1 tackle and is going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 10, maybe the 9-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 9, so a gain of 3 on the play.
Positive yards for Hall there, but the Jackrabbits did a good job of stringing that play out and not letting Hall get his shoulders turned upfield.
Third down 7 coming up for the Ricebirds. Well within field goal range, but the Birds are looking for 6. Keaton Byers split way wide right, outside the numbers on the far side.
He's in that jump ball fade pattern there.
Another low snap. And picked up, though. Now he's getting some pressure and coming back to the near side. Got to watch the holds, and here we go. Oh, and a big collision at the 15-yard line. Knocks him down. It's going to be a loss of about 5 on the play. It's going to bring up now fourth down and about 12 coming up for the Ricebirds. And here comes awesome Dawson McKelvey.
Yeah, and that low snap there just might have thrown off the timing of the whole play there, I think.
Absolutely.
But if the Ricebirds could get 3 here, that would be a win here after getting that turnover.
Keaton Byers will be the holder. Bo Barnes is the snapper. The ball will be placed down at the 22-yard line. 32-yard attempt, high snap, good hole, kick on the way, and it is good! Dawson McKelvey gives the Rice Birds their first lead of the night. Birds up 17-14 over Lonoke. Back with more Stuttgart Rice Bird football in 30 seconds.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about how Pico Foods buys direct to support local producers. In Arkansas and Missouri, call David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Andrew Parker or John Taylor Hickman at 601-670-9383.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for Stuttgart Rice Bird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Two great locations for Chevrolet and GMC for Chevrolet and GMC on 19th and Main, and then out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. That's Petrus Auto Sales. Great selection right now, and don't forget, model year end clearance is underway at both stores. Get out there now because the selection is best. I know the Petrus Auto Sales out on the north end is best inventory they've had maybe since COVID. Get on out and see them and make the deal of the year. Petrus Auto Group, they're powering Rice Bird football every Friday night.
Scoring update here, Lynn. Greenbrier now all over Warren, 36-19 at halftime.
Wow. Go Greenbrier. The old Panthers.
Dawson McKelvey set to kick it off to the left side this time, and it's not going to be a fair catch. That's Ryder Engel with it.
Taking it to 20, puts his helmet down and gets across the 35, out to about the 37-yard line, and that's where Lonoke will have it for their first possession here of the second half, trailing for the first time tonight, 17-14.
Yeah, get Rice Birds take that opening fumble of the Jackrabbits, march it down, and are forced to kick a field goal. But, boy, how about Dawson McKelvey, Lynn, from the left hash, hooked it right back down the middle, and it was easy with 20 yards to spare.
Oh, yeah, that was a 45, 50-yard field goal any day of the week. Right down the middle, awesome Dawson McKelvey. Here come the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Ball's in the center of the field, or toward the center of the field. Dylan Dean, the quarterback, takes hands off with the right side. Little running room coming to the near side, getting out across the 45, and now the pile is going to stop right there. Look at that Rice Bird defense push that pile backwards. You don't often see that when the offense has the momentum.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Nice job of the Rice Bird defense. How about LaDadrian Smith in there?
Yeah, they're going to give him forward momentum. One of the Rice Birds pointing like they have the ball, but
DeMar McKinney, a little slow getting up. He's going to come off.
Gain of 9 on that play for Sherman as he took it around the right side of that big offensive line.
Checking in, number 29, Caven Bryant for the Rice Birds in the secondary, taking place of DeMar McKinney. Second down, 9 coming up for the Lonoke Jackrabbits from their own 47-yard line. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Pistol formation. Dean takes, hands off to the tailback. Here's a penalty marker. Now, big running room into Rice Bird territory, inside the Rice Bird 40-yard line, all the way down to the 37. But look out. I bet this one's going to come back.
This one is coming back. It's a hold on the Jackrabbits.
Flag at the 47-yard line of Lonoke.
So this is going to back him up well back inside the 40 here. Big gain on the play, but the hold could have had something to do with it there.
No doubt about that. Holding against Lonoke is the call. 6:23 to go, third quarter. Stuttgart leading Lonoke 17-14. Stuttgart Rice Bird football can be heard and watched this season through the new EAB Media Group mobile app. Catch the Rice Bird audio stream or the live video stream on the EAB Media Group app, available for free on the App Store and Google Play. Lots of ways to watch and listen to Stuttgart Rice Bird football. Second down and almost 11 after the penalty. 3 wide outs, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. take, hand off to the tailback. Boy, what a collision. I mean, right into the meat of the line goes number 12, Joshua Sherman.
Yeah, Cordero Berry came up from his D-back spot, and he laid a lick on him. It's going to be a gain of 4, but, boy, he paid for that one.
As the old game wears on, and those Lonoke Jackrabbits playing both ways.
Absolutely.
We talked about that early on. Of course, they playing very inspired early on as well.
That's right.
Ricebirds have kind of clawed their way back into it and taken a lead.
Yep.
4 wideouts, 2 on each side. Single back, standing to the right of the quarterback. Back to pass. Look, fire across the middle. Got a man complete into Ricebird territory. Trying to shake a tackle. He does. He's still on his feet. Looks like a pinball out there bouncing around. Finally brought down by number 10 for the Ricebirds. No, excuse me. That was, well, I'll get you the number here.
23 yards on that reception for Darius Jeffrey.
And a big first down, moving
was.
the sticks to the Ricebirds' 35-yard line, first down and 10. Sorry, I believe that was 19. I said 10. I think that was Brylan Hogan, number 19, on the stop on the previous play. Again, on the far side of the field. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Hand to the tailback. Coming to the near side. Not this time. Damari McKinney all over the ball carrier, Joshua Sherman.
A gain of maybe 3 that time.
Oh, and Damari now is coming off with, I hope it's just a cramp. But he is really coming off favoring his right leg. And now he's putting now he's putting a little weight on it. So hopefully he's going to shake that off. Damari McKinney for the Ricebirds, number 1.
He's still running down there by the end zone.
He is. He is going to run over and get him some Kona ice.
There you go. Second down 7 for Lonoke at the Ricebird 33.
Didn't mention that, but Kona Ice Truck is here, and a portion of the proceeds benefit the Stuttgart band tonight. Handoff right up into the middle, and boy, what a hard run. Finally ridden down by Luke Wittenberg for the Ricebirds.
8 yards by Ryder Engel right up the middle. He picks up a first down.
He just covers that ball up with both hands, powered his way inside the Ricebird 25 to the 24. 3:59 to go, third quarter. Stuttgart with a 17-14 lead over the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Boy, and the Stink Bugs have attacked Ned Mosley Stadium, haven't they, Brent?
You can say that again. They have attacked the press box. But hey, it could be mosquitoes.
It could be. That's right.
We can't complain too much, but boy, they are everywhere.
And they smell.
Yep.
Handoff number 5 finally gets tripped up just a little bit by Cordero Berry. Made him lose his balance. Ryder Engel again on the carry.
Yep. Cordero Berry is making quite a few tackles. Now he's playing well back there. Had that big interception, and he's made some hard hits from his defensive back spot tonight.
Checking out for the Ricebirds, number 50, Trey Phillips. Second down and 3 coming up for the Lonoke Jackrabbits from inside the Ricebird red zone at the Stuttgart 17-yard line. 3:05 to go. Clock moving here in the third quarter. Ricebirds with a 17-14 lead. 2 wideouts to the right. But he's going to take and hand off to his tailback, looking for a little room, and finds it now. We got penalty markers coming from all sorts of directions. He's going to have an easy first down to about the Ricebird 6-yard line, but hold your horses. We got another hold coming against the Jackrabbits.
A lot of laundry out there. 2 flags came in right in the same spot.
They saw the same play, I believe.
Yep, they did. They did, and it's going to back them up. But it did slow them down on their last penalty. The Jackrabbits were still able to pick up a first down, and they've been running the ball well here in the second half.
I'm going to try a little air conditioning to blow those things out, Brent. If it gets a little cold, well, you just move it.
I will not complain about that. We're usually up here sweating and
right.
swatting mosquitoes.
We have a portable air conditioning fan up here, so we're going to move that around, see if we can't blow some of these bugs back out into this nice crowd tonight. Goodness gracious, it was a little slow arriving. Of course, a lot going on the prairie. And although I'm not sure a lot of harvest went on today after that nice rain yesterday, but certainly gave the mills a chance to kind of catch up and the farmers a chance to catch their breath as well. Second down, 13 for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Quarterback drops the ball, and I believe he gets back on it, but the Ricebirds cover him up back at the 35. This is a big loss.
It is. It's going to be a loss of about 6 there. So the Jackrabbits going the wrong way here. The penalty and then the fumble by the quarterback. It's going to have them all the way back up to the 34. Damari McKinney on the sidelines here. He's getting that leg stretched out. So
Yeah,
it's definitely a cramp situation.
Good sign. Good sign.
It's going to be third down and about, 18 here it looks like.
A couple of mishandled snaps back to the quarterback by both teams here tonight.
Yep.
That one fairly costly for the Lonoke Jackrabbits, moving them back out of the red zone. Quarterback with the back standing to his left. Back to pass. Looks, fires. Got a man wide open at the 25-yard line. Shakes a tackle. And, whoa, what a nice open field tackle by Keaton Byers. Oh, my goodness, that was perfect. Also there to finish him off was Brylan Hogan, number 19. But, boy, Keaton dove for his feet and brought him down.
Yeah, only in 8-yard gain when it looked like it could have went for a lot more here. It's going to bring up 4th down and 10.
Here we go again on 4th down. Ricebirds have given up 2 big 4th down plays, and really, ultimately, that's the 14 points that the Lonoke Jackrabbits have in the ball game.
Yep, no doubt. I mean, Riceburg's not getting a lot of pressure on Dean, but, boy, he does a good job of getting rid of it quick, too.
Yeah, he does. Here come the Lonoke Jackrabbits. They've got 2 wideouts to each side. Quarterback, Dean, claps his hands for it. Back to pass. Looking, getting some pressure. Ricebirds need to converge, and they do, and they're going to sack him, and the Ricebirds will take over on downs.
All right, great coverage downfield that time. Dean had nowhere to throw it, and then the Ricebirds just close that hole up on Dean, and 2 or 3 Ricebirds in there for the big sack. It's going to be a loss on the play, but even more important than that, it's going to be a turnover on
You
downs.
bet. Dagan Duncan in there. I'm telling you, along with LaDadrian Smith. Several Ricebirds just converged on the quarterback. And, again, I think we're starting to see a little bit of fatigue possibly on that Lonoke side. Here come the Birds. 1st down and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Handoff over the right side, breaking the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Across the 35 out to the 40. Coming to the near side, 45 midfield. Got some running room, 40, 35, 30. 25, 20, and he steps out of bounds inside the 20 at the 16-yard line.
Taquan Hall with a big run there. Started out along the right side, picked up some blocks and cut it all the way back here to the near side and almost outran everybody. Just gets pushed out at the 11. Big play there on 1st down.
Ricebirds respond with another big play after they stop Lonoke deep in their own end of the field, just like in the first half.
Absolutely.
Here come the Birds, 1st down and 10. From the red zone of the Lonoke Jackrabbits, the 17-yard line. Kane Price, quarterback, takes, hands off, coming, looking for some blocks, and they're just not going to happen for Jeremiah Thomas. He's going to be brought down after a gain maybe of 1.5 yards. Maybe we'll call it 2 yards. They're going to set the ball down right at the 15-yard line. No, wait a minute. Let's see. They put it to 16. Now he's going to pick it up and put it back. That's where it was blocked. That's where it was marked. Birds quickly to the line. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Single back, standing to the right of Price. Kane quickly fires out. Got a man complete at the 10. Doing a little stutter step. Down to the 5. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. And finally going to be pushed out of bounds. And a little bit extracurricular pushing there.
Yeah.
On the reception, Jamarion Horde for the Ricebirds.
He's close to a 1st down. Let's see if they're going to give it to him or not.
Boy, he didn't get a very good spot. Look at him marked it about the 7-yard line.
Well, is it a 1st down or not there? I think they're looking at it.
It's the end of the quarter's what it is. We've got 3 in the books. The Stuttgart Ricebirds put 3 on the board in the 3rd quarter, and they take the lead 17-14. We're back with 4th quarter Stuttgart Ricebird football action in 1 minute.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Muck boots are ready to take on any job while keeping you protected. And you'll find original Muck boots at U.S. Irrigation Distributors in Stuttgart and DeWitt, along with comfortable, stylish, and tough Twisted X footwear. Check out these 2 great lines of boots and shoes, including 100% weatherproof designs today at U.S. Irrigation. Original Muck boots and Twisted X footwear. U.S. Irrigation Distributors, Highway 165 north of Stuttgart and in DeWitt at 550 Highway 165 north. Call 673-2830 or 946-4116.
And we welcome you to fourth quarter action from Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Lonoke Jackrabbits 17-14. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Ricebirds with the ball, 3rd down and 1, deep in the Lonoke red zone. Ball's on the far hash mark as we start the fourth quarter of action. The Birds will be moving from the left to the right on your radio dial, from the north to the south. Kane Price, quarterback, sends a man in motion. That's QT Johnson. From the right, Kane is going to keep it himself, and he is going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Ricebirds, 7 yards out. Kane Price extends the Ricebird lead.
Kane Price with the fake jet sweep and then followed his blockers around the left side, and I don't think anybody touched him until he got in the end zone. And the Ricebirds strike first here in the fourth quarter on the first play, Lynn. And, you mentioned fatigue setting in for the Jackrabbits. We might have saw some of that on that 67-yard run from Hall, but now you're up by 2 scores. We may really see it now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Dawson McKelvey's on to attempt the extra point. Left-footed soccer-style kicker. He'll do it out of the hold of Keaton Byers. Good snap from Bo Barnes. Good hold from Keaton Byers. And awesome Dawson McKelvey drills it through, and the Ricebirds stretch their lead 24-14 over the Lonoke Jackrabbits. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
It's time for a road trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, home to the legendary thermal waters giving Hot Springs its name. This unique mountain town features historic bathhouses, hiking trails, biking trails, a 4-story treehouse, roller coasters, a casino, horse races, bathtub races, an interactive science museum, fishing, boating, parades, a bustling downtown, and a peaceful vista overlooking it all. Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, site of tonight's opening game of the 25 Stuttgart Ricebird football season. I'm Lynn Keller, sitting alongside my good friend and broadcast partner, Brent Whitman. We are glad to have you joining us here tonight. The Ricebirds take a 2-score lead over one of their old rivals, the Lonoke Jackrabbits. The Ricebirds lead 24-14, 11:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. Brent, a little update on some scores.
Yes, DeWitt leads CAC 22-8 in the third quarter, and Fordyce leads Monticello 20-18.
Wow, that's one of those games you can just kind of throw everything out because I think there's a lot of emotion in that game. Here's a kick from McKelvey. Going to be fielded at the 18, and he is going to be wrestled down as he gets across the 30 and is still on his feet out to about the 35. That's usually when you start seeing that ball coming loose, but they wrestle him down. I believe it was number 4 on the return.
It was. That was
Demarion Eason.
Yeah, Lynn, and that is the exact time last year where they ran it back.
Yes, exactly right.
Ricebirds get up by 2 scores, finally get a little bit of breathing room, and they're right back in the ball game.
Yeah, that's right.
So a great job of special teams at that time of getting Easton on the ground right at the 35. Now let's see if the defense can come up with another big stop.
Lonoke Jackrabbits huddle toward the sideline. Now they break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage. The Rabbits here in the fourth quarter moving from the right to the left. That's from the south to the north toward the beautiful new Ricebird Arena. Ball's on the far hash mark. 2 wideouts, 1 on each side. Slot on the right, straight back to pass. Dylan Dean looking, standing now. He's getting some pressure, getting some big pressure, and he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 31-yard line.
And Luke Wittenberg got through there and kind of forced Dean to step up into the pocket where several Ricebirds were waiting, and that was a great coverage sack as well because fantastic coverage downfield, and then the Ricebirds finished them off for a 5-yard loss.
And that line, that Jackrabbit line, I can tell you can just tell the difference. You're exactly right too, Brent. When you mentioned that 2 scores does make you tired.
Absolutely, in the fourth quarter, you get just a little more tired when you're down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and you can tell the protection certainly broke down there. Here come the Jackrabbits now on 2nd down and 15, coming up from their own 30-yard line. Quarterback takes, hands to the tailback, into the line, and breaks a tackle at the line and just keeps his legs turning.
Run.
He's still on his feet, still breaking tackles. Goodness gracious, what a hard run. Very impressive.
Yeah, it was. He should have had maybe 5 yards, and he's going to pick up 10 out of it. Yep. Ricebirds are trying to tackle him high that time, and you got to wrap him up and bring him down low. You can't let his legs keep turning there. That's Stivers for 10 yards.
Caden Stivers, number 8 on the carry. Moves it out to the 40-yard line of the Lonoke Jackrabbits. 10:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. Stuttgart with a 10-point lead, 24-14. Rabbits, 2 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Fakes to his back, and the ball's batted down right at the line of scrimmage. Dagan Duncan.
Right, Dagan Duncan right there again. Fantastic read by Dagan. He saw Dean rise up, and Dagan got 2 arms up and volleyball spiked that one down.
Let me tell you what, Dagan is playing with some emotion. This is an important year for him. There's no question about that. He's a senior, and by golly, they want to go out on top. And I don't know, there's just something about this group. I think they get it all together. They've got a chance to take it a pretty long ways.
All right, they're going to go. Are they going to go for it? I would assume it's 4th down and 5.
4th and 5 from their own 40-yard line. Quarterback takes a snap. Oh, man, the Ricebirds were coming like a house of fire.
They were.
Oh, my goodness, and the quarterback is still down. I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, he took it right in the breadbasket.
He did. Bo Barnes came through there like he was shot out of a cannon. And laid a lick on Dean. Give Dean credit. He was able to get rid of it, and it wasn't a bad pass.
No, it wasn't.
Just good coverage downfield.
Yeah, it was. Ricebirds will take over on downs at the 40-yard line.
Dylan Dean has played a very good game tonight for Lonoke.
Oh, there's no question about that. Outstanding quarterback. You've got to look at him another year, too, Brent.
Yeah.
He's just a junior.
Great.
He transferred, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he transferred from Cabot before
if we play him
last year. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. May not play him next year. Here come the Ricebirds. 1st down and 10 from the Lonoke 40. Kane Price back to pass. Plenty of time. Looking, going to air it out long. QT. Oh, just threw his fingertips inside the end zone. QT, I thought I had a shot at it, Brent.
Oh, he did. He did. I mean, that pass was right on the money, and QT got his hands up. Just went right through his hands that time. And, boy, Kane all the time in the world that time.
Yeah.
Great job by that line to give him time, but just right through QT's hands. I know he's going to dream about that in the morning.
Let me mention our center, too, Christian Henson, number 59. He's a 10th grader, and he is just playing lights out. Here's a handoff. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, and down, and the Ricebirds move the sticks.
Yeah, Landon, there's that fatigue factor coming back in on that defense because Jeremiah Thomas just ran right through the line. Holding. I didn't see the flag.
I didn't see the flag either.
Yeah, the flag's laying right on the yard marker. We didn't see that, so that's going to bring it back. A nice run by
it was
Jeremiah Thomas. He was going to have about 15, but Ricebirds were just inches away of getting that touchdown if QT could have hauled it in. I mean, he ran a perfect route, and the pass was there. Just couldn't quite haul it in.
This moves the ball back to the midfield stripe. Ricebirds have to get to the 30 of Lonoke for a 1st down. So, 2nd down and 20 for the Ricebirds. Kane Price, quarterback. And he is looking to the sidelines now. It looks like possibly changing the play. He is standing at his own 45-yard line. 3 wide outs to the right. Takes hands to the back, standing to his left. And once again, on the carry for the Ricebirds is Jeremiah Thomas.
Yes, good hard run. Same play I think as before.
12 yards on that one, Brent.
Yeah. He's going to get the penalty back plus some.
3rd and 8, very manageable here for the Ricebirds. Kane Price, quarterback. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Now stands up, looks to the sideline. Jeremiah Thomas is lined up to his right. Now they're going to move him to the left. Send QT in motion from the right to the left. Kane Price is going to keep it, follow QT. And he's going to be inside the 35 down to about the 34. And it's going to bring up now 4th down coming up for the Ricebirds and about 4 yards to go.
And Jeremiah Thomas, I believe he was injured most of last year.
Yes, he was.
He's another one of those seniors. And boy, we sure could have used him last year. That's for sure, but he is playing well here tonight.
Big 4th down, 4th and 4 for the Ricebirds from the 34-yard line of the Lonoke Jackrabbits. 8:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Birds would like to keep the drive alive. Back to pass, looking, now being chased out of the pocket, now reversing position. Once again, he's going to throw it, and he's going to air it out long. And let me tell you, there was lots of contact before that ball got there that there was no call on.
Yeah, both players were kind of a little hand fighting there. And Riceburg's unable to come away with. I don't know. Can't try and tell who that was down there. Was that Caden Sims? Caden Sims was down there in the end zone. Pretty good coverage that time as well, and Caden was kind of running for his life there and just threw it up down there. And Caden had a chance to catch it, but pretty good coverage as well.
First down and 10 for the Lonoke Jackrabbits from their own 34-yard line. 8:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ricebirds with a 24-14 lead over the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Lonoke breaks the huddle on the sidelines and comes straight to the line of scrimmage. From the far hash mark, moving from the right to the left. The Jackrabbits in white with purple trim. Fires out in the flats, got a man complete, and breaks a tackle, an open field tackle. Still stays on his feet. That's big bruising Jonathan Hickson, number 7.
He's going to pick up 5. Yeah, Cordero Berry just unable to take his legs out from under him there.
He's a tough one to get to do that with, I promise you that. Jonathan Hickson, he's a hoss out there for the Jackrabbits. That moves the ball to the near hash mark. Gain of 6 on the play. It's going to bring up now 2nd down and 4. Ball just touching the 40-yard line in Lonoke Jackrabbit territory. 2 wide outs to the right. 2 to the left. One of those is Hickson. Sends a man in motion. That's Demarion Eason. Going to take and give to Eason. And Eason's going to be stopped short of a first down. That's an odd play. He starts lined up at wide out and then comes, and then when he gets behind the quarterback, then he just takes the handoff and goes straight forward.
That was it was a strange-looking play. Cordero Berry again on the tackle. It's going to be just short of a first down.
3rd down and about the length of the football for a first down. Looks like the quarterback's going to line up behind center. And a little tush push going on here, and he's going to have the first down. Moves the ball across the 45 out to the 46-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. 7:32 to go. Clock moving here in the fourth quarter. Next week, Stuttgart travels to Central Arkansas Christian in North Little Rock. Take on the Mustangs. Out of the 2-4A conference, out of the conference the Ricebirds used to be in, same one that Lonoke is in. 3 wide outs to the right, the wide side of the field. 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Quarterback back to pass. Looks, fires, got a man complete on the near sideline. Oh, and I tell you what, nice, really probably touchdown-saving tackle by Knox Hillman. Gets on him and rides him down. But once again, a nice reception to Demarion Eason, number 4. And, Brent, they continue to give him a lot of cushion there on that side.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. You know, they're going to make Lonoke drive it down the field. You know, they're not going to get beat deep, and they haven't done that yet here tonight.
Lonoke in Ricebird territory at the 37-yard line. 6:47, clock moving. Ricebirds up by 10. Quarterback Dean takes, hands off. Going to be brought down for a loss of about a yard on the carry. Number 12, Joshua Sherman. No place to go.
Now, Trey Phillips was all over him just as soon as he got the ball. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Ricebird defensive line getting in the backfield now here as we go along later in the game.
Yep. Jackrabbits break the huddle. 2 wide outs to the right. Ball's in the center of the field. 1 wide out to the left. Single back standing to the right of the quarterback. Quarterback takes the snap. Back to pass. Airs it out. Oh, and just leads his receiver just a little bit too much.
Yep.
One of the few times, really, honestly, that Dean's been off target tonight.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because every other pass, even if they hadn't caught it,
right,
they've got their hands on it. But but that one there, he dove for it, just was unable to come down with just about a yard away from him. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 12 here. 5:58 left.
Ball's still in the center of the field. As Brent mentioned, 3rd and 12. 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right, single back, standing to the right of the quarterback, Dean. Claps his hands for the ball, takes it, fires out to his left. Got his man complete at the 30, and immediately the Ricebirds converge on him. Quaterion Johnson out there, number 7, made first contact. Knox Hillman's out there as well for the Ricebirds, along with number 0, Cordero Berry.
It's going to be enough for a first down.
Look at old Dagan Duncan out there as well. Moves the ball to the Ricebird 26, and that'll be a fresh set of downs for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Ricebird defense wants to dig in. They lead by 10, Lots of time left in this one. 2 wide outs to the right, slot on the right. Pistol formation, takes and hands off right up the middle. Big hole for number 12.
He's still going.
Joshua Sherman. Holy cow.
He's going to have 12 yards and another first down. I think Barry that time tried to blitz, but he picked the wrong hole to blitz out of, and Sherman found the hole and took it for 12 yards.
Caden Sims checks in. Damari McKinney checks out for the Rice Birds. Rabbits send Darius Jeffrey and Levi Cook split wide to the right. They take the hand of number 12 into the line. This time the Rice Birds' Cordero Berry is right there to wrap him up.
Yeah,
Cordero's proud of that tackle too.
Yeah, he's been around the ball all night. He played very well tonight. Gain of maybe a yard for Sherman.
Some substitutions. Seeing checking in, Caven Bryant.
4:35 left to go, and the clock rolling here in the fourth quarter. Rice Birds lead by 10.
2nd down and 9. Send a man in motion. And this is a Wildcat, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was Jonathan Hickson that took the snap.
It was. He's going to pick up about 5. His second carry of the night.
Dean was split wide left, the quarterback.
3rd down and 4. Ball is at the 9.
Rabbits break the huddle quickly to the line.
Same formation. Hickson.
This time Hickson's going to keep it. And this time he's going to have a first down inside the 5-yard line. And, boy, the pile tried to push forward. But that Rice Bird defense, tenacious, pushes that pile backwards.
Sure did.
But it's going to be first down and goal to go coming up for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. 3:49 to go. Clock moving here in the fourth quarter. Rice Birds up by 10, but a lot of time left in this one.
Yep.
Lonoke gets in the end zone now. They could get an onside kick, or they could just use their timeouts and try to hold the Rice Birds. First thing they got to do is score. Quarterback's behind center. I formation behind him. Hand to the tailback, into the line, into the end zone. Touchdown on the carry, number 12, Joshua Sherman for the Lonoke Jackrabbits.
4 yards on that carry for Sherman. 9 carries, 43 yards, and now a touchdown. As the score now 24-20. They'll bring on Laura to kick the extra point. Try to cut it down to a 3-point game. 3:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Laura, right-footed kicker. Snap is down. The hold is down. The kick is low and no good. Off to the left.
Shanked it off to the left, so the Rice Birds' lead will stay 24-20. Field goal won't tie it.
Nope.
So the Rice Birds now would just like to run some clock. If they get some points, that's okay, but I know they'd like to run some clock. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to Stuttgart Rice Bird Football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Running a business means finding the right people, and that's where Express Employment Professionals comes in. Whether you need full-time, part-time, or seasonal employees, Express has you covered. From office staff to skilled trades, Express matches the right talent to your needs quickly and efficiently. With offices in Stuttgart, Wynne, Helena, and Pine Bluff, they're ready to support your business no matter the size. And if you're looking for a job, Express is here for you too. For more information or to apply, call 870-672-4568 or visit expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals, your staffing solution.
Welcome back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Rice Birds lead the Lonoke Jackrabbits 24-20 with 3:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lonoke just scored. Brent, will we see an onside kick attempt?
I think so. I mean, because the Rice Birds have been moving the ball pretty well here in the second half.
Their kicker, number 6, Samuel Lara, is a soccer-style kicker and plays on their soccer team. I understand he's an outstanding soccer player.
I would definitely move people up here.
And the Rice Birds are going to do that. It's just about imperative that the Rice Birds cover this.
Yes, absolutely.
And he moves up, puts his foot into it, and there is the onside kick attempt, and it is going to be recovered.
Well,
I don't know. I think Lonoke got it, yeah. Bounced off the Rice Birds and back to about the 42-yard line, and Lonoke has new life.
Yes, they do. Nice kick there that time. Just took that nice hard bounce right off of one of the Rice Birds, and Lonoke comes away with it. 3:24, both teams with 3 timeouts left. Lonoke just took it down the field and scored. Let's see what they can come away with here. Special teams have been an adventure for both teams tonight.
No question about that. Ricebird defense needs to dig in. Just came off the field. They're going to have to go right back out and get after it. Lonoke with some renewed energy now. First down and 10 from their own 44-yard line. From the far hash mark, moving from the right to the left. Dean, the quarterback, takes, hands off, into the line. Hard run by number 5, Ryder Engel, out to the midfield stripe. Gain of about 6.
Yep. And if I was Lonoke, I don't think I would put the ball in the air until I had to.
Right. Well, they've been running it very effectively and doing a lot of it just right up the middle.
Yeah.
They have, following that big number 61 there, Ryan Lewis, 6'3", 340-pounder.
Mm-hmm.
He's a junior as well. Ball's right at the midfield stripe on the far hash mark. Here comes Lonoke. 2:47 to go in this one. Lonoke trails Stuttgart by 4. Takes, hands off to the tailback. Once again, number 5. He's going to have about 4 yards down, about a yard short of a first down. Going to get down to about the Ricebird 47-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Brings up now 3rd down and a long 1, short 2. Everybody's in tight. Look for the tush push. And that's what they're going to get. And they're going to have the first down. They move it across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. Big number 66 in there, Jeffrey Smith, big lineman, pushing in there as well for the Lonoke Jackrabbits. 2 minutes, 14 seconds. Clock stops while they set the chains. Now it starts. 44 yards away. Lonoke needs a touchdown to take the lead. Ricebird defense digs in after giving up the fumble on the onside kick. Quarterback takes, hands off, tailback into the line. Ricebirds jam it up real good, and a gain of only a couple that time. Clock now at 1:45 and moving. Lonoke not moving very fast.
No, they're not, and that's okay with us.
Yep. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. Line of scrimmage is Stuttgart 42-yard line. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Yep. And thankfully, as you mentioned, a field goal will not help Lonoke here.
Exactly. 2 wide outs to the near side, 2 to the far side. Number 4, Demarion Eason on this side. They're going to fire to the right, though, and
short-hopped
it, so it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and about 8. Clock stops with the incompletion. 1:14 to go in this one. Ricebirds lead 24-20 over the Lonoke Jackrabbits. Lonoke with the ball in Ricebird territory. Oh, fasten your seatbelts. 3rd down. It's 4-down territory, but 3rd down and 8. 2 wide outs to each side. Quarterback claps his hands for the ball. Back to pass, looking, fires, batted down at the line. How many times has that happened tonight?
Yeah, there you go. Damari McKinney that time, I think, came through there from his middle linebacker spot and batted it down. A big play there. And
you bet.
This could be the play of the ball game for the Ricebird defense.
And I tell you, Lonoke has lived on 4th down tonight, and
Absolutely.
they've got 2 of their first 2 scores basically came as a result of converting 4th downs. Here we go, 4th down and 8 from the Stuttgart 42-yard line. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback Dean calls for the ball, back to pass, looking left, firing long, and it is incomplete. No flags, and the Ricebirds will take over on downs.
Yeah, the pass was just a little bit short there, and Demarion Eason now is walking off with the cramp, so he might not have been able to complete his route either, and that might have helped right there. But, yeah, big stop by that Ricebird defense when Lonoke seized all the momentum on that onside kick recovery, but the Ricebird defense holds here. You know, what set that up was that first down where they only got about 2 yards.
Yeah.
You know, and then they held them on the pass plays.
Another bat down for the Ricebirds as well.
Yep.
Here come the Birds. 1st down and 10 from their own 42. Handoff into the line to number 42 for the Rice Birds.
They called him down, but he comes out of the pile, but they blew the whistle. That is one of those times where they blew it early.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a loss of a yard or so in timeout. Timeout Lonoke, their first timeout.
58 seconds to go in this one. Let's keep it right here. The Stuttgart Rice Birds lead the Lonoke Jackrabbits 24-20. 58 seconds to go. Next week, as we mentioned, the Stuttgart Rice Birds will be on the road. Head over to North Little Rock to take on Central Arkansas Christian Private School over on what they call Mustang Mountain.
Yep.
I noticed they've got some new facilities over there, but a football stadium wasn't one of them.
No, you know, I think they do have a small facelift there to the stadium a little bit, but it's basically the same. I think they have a new press box and a new scoreboard and some stuff like that. But yeah, it's the same field, basically in the same location.
Here come the Rice Birds coming out of the timeout of Lonoke. Lonoke has 2 timeouts remaining. 2nd down and 10. Handoff again into the line, looking for a little room, dancing around, following blockers out across midfield.
Hold on that ball.
They're grabbing for the ball rather than trying to bring him down. They're trying to just rip the ball out. Great job in there, Taekwon Hall, to hang on to that ball.
Absolutely.
They give him forward progress to midfield, so he's going to be 2 yards short. Timeout Lonoke as they use their 2nd of 3. And, of course, they're thinking if they can get to Rice stop here, and then they've still got a shot.
Absolutely, yeah. 3rd down and 2 here, and the 1st down here ends it for the Rice Birds. Two big yards that they need to pick up here.
Ball is touching the midfield stripe. Rice Birds have to get 2 yards here on 3rd down, and then they can take a knee.
Absolutely.
48 seconds to go. Lonoke with 1 timeout remaining. Not that it matters, but Stuttgart has all 3 timeouts remaining.
I think it's going to be a fake to Hall, and Kane is just going to take it himself, I think, right here.
Ball's on the near hash mark. Pretty close to Brent and I's broadcast position here near the midfield stripe. Here come the Rice Birds in all maroon. The Jackrabbits in white with purple trim. Kane Price sends Bo Barnes out wide. You called it. He's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be dropped for a 2-yard loss.
No. I guess if I knew it, so did Lonoke.
Yeah. Lonoke uses their final timeout with 43 seconds to go, and now it's going to be punt time for the Rice Birds and looking for a Hayden Prine dandy here.
Yep. It is. Hayden Prine has only had to punt twice tonight. One of them was a dandy, and one of them
was a dud.
Yeah, it was.
That's the best way to put it.
It was.
Just off the side of his foot. And I know he was probably trying to do the same effect that he did on the first punt. That little sidewinder kick.
Right.
It's not pretty. It doesn't get real high, but boy, when it hits, it just rolls forever.
Yeah, you know, and keep it away from the return men. But, you know, if you're going to do that here, I might try to kick it to the wide side, away from where you have more room. You know, if you do kick it like that, but the Jackrabbits are going to get one more chance. The Birds unable to come up with that 1st down right there, 3rd down and 2, and the Jackrabbit defense was all over Kane on that play. He never had a chance.
And the Rice Birds break the huddle. Hayden Prine, the punter, he'll be standing back at his own 35-yard line.
Nobody back for Lonoke, so all he has to do is get it off straight down the middle of the field here.
Lonoke going for the block. Good snap. Oh, there's a whistle.
Oh, and it was a dandy punt.
It was a dandy punt, but there is a procedure call against the Rice Birds.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Whoo, yeah, that was a beautiful punt, too. Nice high spiral. Well, and just do the same thing again here.
Yeah, exactly.
And that did.
It was a good snap.
Yeah, and that did cost 1 second. So.
And he got a good spiral off. It was a dandy.
Yep. Let's do the same thing one more time here, Hayden, and then we'll play defense for the final 30 seconds or so here.
He's standing at his own 31-yard line awaiting the snap. There's the snap. Gets his foot into it. Another dandy. My goodness. This one hits inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, and it's gently rolling all the way. Now you can touch it. There you go.
Yeah, at the 9.
30 seconds to go from the 9-yard line. Great job, Hayden Prime.
It was great punt there. Backs up the Jackrabbits to the 9. 30 seconds left for Lonoke. No timeouts, though. The Wrightsburg defense has to come up here one more time with the stop. How about another interception here?
Yeah, because you know they're going to have to put it in the air. They're out of timeouts.
Absolutely.
30 seconds to
have
go.
to chunk it.
And if there's a hook and ladder in Coach Bembry's repertoire, you'll probably see that.
Yep. Yep.
Here come the Lonoke Jackrabbits. They break the huddle on the sideline to the line of scrimmage from their own 9-yard line. Balls toward the far hash mark. Quarterback calls for the ball. Standing at his own 5, takes a snap, fires, incomplete. Intended receiver, I believe, was Darius Jeffrey, number 0.
The Wrightsburg are only rushing 2 that time. Bo Barnes and Trey Phillips were the only 2 rushing. They were dropping 9.
The clock stops with the incompletion. 26 seconds to go. Wrightsburg's lead, 24-20. Lonoke with the ball. 91 yards away. They've got to have a touchdown to take the lead. 2 wideouts to each side. Single back standing to the left of the quarterback, Dean. Dean takes a snap, back to pass, looks, fires, got a man complete. First down across the 20 and steps out of bounds shy of the 30-yard line. Wrightsburg's given some cushion, as Brent's mentioned a couple of times tonight. Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. 19 seconds.
It'll be about 20 yards. I think that was number.
Yeah, from the 9 to the 29.
Yeah. I couldn't tell what number that was. I think that was number 2 on the catch.
I think you're correct. From the far hash mark, here comes Lonoke. 2 wideouts to each side. Wrightsburg defense digs in, and there's a whistle. Timeout, Stuttgart. Coach Price calls timeout. He's got 3, and he wants to make sure that he's got everybody lined up where they're supposed to be. We'll keep it right here with 19 seconds to go in this one. Want to remind everyone that college football starts on this family of stations tomorrow. The Arkansas Razorbacks will be in Fayetteville playing Alabama A&M.
Yeah.
Arkansas State will be in Jonesboro. They are playing Southeast Missouri. And those are just a couple of the many games that you'll be able to see and listen to around the country coming up on this Labor Day weekend.
First down and 10 for Lonoke here. 19 seconds left. They have maybe four to five plays maybe left.
Unless the Wrightsburgs could get a sack or something. All right. A lot of pressure on the quarterback, and there it
Ball's
is.
out. Ball's
there
out.
It is. There it is.
Oh, they're calling that a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
No way. Cordero Berry had Dean wrapped up, and the ball came out, and they're going to say it was a pass. Wow.
If that was a pass, then that was an incompletion down here in the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow.
Official time is we've got a shaken up Jackrabbit on the play. And but boy, I tell you what, that Wrightsburg's collapsing on that quarterback.
Cordero Berry, the first one there. 14 seconds left now, and second down and 10.
Line of scrimmage is the Lonoke 29-yard line. I want to give everybody a heart attack there.
Yeah, one of the Lonoke players with the cramp there. They're getting his legs stretched out. Boy, that play was just a hair away from being a game-ending turnover.
Yep, it sure was.
Yep.
And that is going to be a cramp.
Yeah, he is up now. Can't see what number it is.
12, I believe that's number
52.
52.
52, that is Jacob Arsenio. He's a lineman.
Wow, look at that assistant coach picking him up, carrying him off.
5'8", 190 offensive lineman. 14 seconds left. Here we go.
Second down. 2 wide out, 3 to the left. Quarterback steps up, fires, and throws behind intended receiver number 9, Levi Cook.
We've got a flag in the offensive backfield.
Probably a hold, I would imagine.
Yeah, we're definitely backing them up there because you don't get the time back on the clock. We're down to 9 seconds now.
Yeah.
And Lonoke is going to be back inside their own 20, I believe, after this is marked off. So the Wrightsburg defense putting the clamps on here. When Lonoke took over with 30 seconds left, they are going backwards here. They are at the 19. With
sort of what Hail Mary type time, I would think.
Yeah, Hail Mary, hook and lateral. if you got a trick play.
Quarterback standing in his own 14, takes a snap, getting some pressure now, steps up, the Ricebirds have him, and that's it.
Yep, that's going to do it.
That'll do it. The Ricebirds sack the quarterback in there.
Knox Hillman with the sack, and the game is over.
How about that? Knox Hillman. Knox has got a cast, I think, on one of his fingers. I know Coach was talking about that. He gets in there, and he makes the game-saving tackle, and this one is over. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds have defeated the Lonoke Jackrabbits by a final score of 24-20. We've got the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show coming up. Brent will have our end-of-the-game stats, and we'll take a look at the scoring summary. We'll have that, maybe try to get you some other scores from around the area as well. Again, on the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show, we'll get started on that in 4 minutes.
Ready for a music tour through the Arkansas Delta? Let's see. Johnny Cash Boyhood Home? Check. A live broadcast of the country's longest-running blues radio program? We've got it. A visit to the restored childhood home of Levon Helm? On the list. Find these spots and more as you travel through the Arkansas Delta Music Trail. Sounds from the soil and soul. Go to deltabyways.com to see all the driving tours through the